Let's go Falcons! Hey yo, batter up, let the ball begin. Solano Falcons, bound to show you how you win. Cause this is our year, man, forget the past. We taking over right now with our pitching staff. Yo, it's game time, so let the games begin. Solano on the field and we gain in a win. Hey yo, it's game time, don't you hear the people chant? Cause this is our house, make way for the champ, it's game time.
Welcome everybody to Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium on a bright and sunny Tuesday afternoon as we have your Solano Falcons taking on the Skyline Trojans. Chris Evaglia along with my broadcast partner Stephen Babb. Now Stephen, Solano's struggling on the season so far, sitting at 1-6. Their lone win against these Trojans coming back last Tuesday, winning 6-4. Not too many bright spots for the team so far. But one thing that has stood out has been the starting pitching.
That's right. Today, Nate Gutierrez will be taking the mound for his first start of the season. However, in 2 appearances for the Falcons this year, he's posting an almost 16 ERA. So I'm looking for him to get settled in early, hit his spots, and get off to a good start for the Falcons.
Yeah, hopefully this starting pitching for the Falcons can lead them to another victory against the Trojans. As you see, Gutierrez getting ready. And leadoff hitter for the Trojans.
Chaz Verduzco today playing shortstop, number 14.
Both look set, ready to go. First pitch. Fastball in there for a strike.
So that's a good sign for Nate to get settled in, make his pitches early.
Staying ahead, and that's what's key. That's going to be the key in this ball game. Fastball up at the head, 1-1. Defensive alignment for the Falcons. Chenart out in left, Verrett in center, Krebs over in right. Left to right, we got Corral, Roberto Diaz, Gabe Caravantes, Connor Caparelli. On the mound, as you see, is fastball for a ball, Gutierrez, and behind the dish, catching Gutierrez is Jared Denning.
Yeah, so Chaz Verduzco can be a hitter. He's hitting at 214 so far to start the season. So
swing and a miss. That'll even up the count again. 2-2.
Yeah, so he can be an offensive threat, but I think it's important for Nate to get in and get this first out, kind of establish himself early.
See if he can do it here. The 2-2 from Gutierrez. Breaking ball. At the letters.
That was close. Looks like defense is playing Verduzco pretty straight up.
Verduzco swings and misses. First out of the game on a strikeout from Gutierrez.
Coming up, first baseman for the Trojans, Joey Pledger, number 17. Pledger's hitting 286 for the Trojans. Off to a really good start.
His first pitch fastball in there for a strike.
Pledger leads the Trojans with 3 doubles.
As he swings and it misses on the fastball again, quickly down 0-2. And the Trojans not a big offensive team, sitting at 193 so far in 9 games.
Yeah, it looks like you'd say that Pledger here is one of the bright spots in their offensive lineup.
The 0-2 to Pledger. Fastball driven into right center. Drifting away with the wind. Krebs able to make the catch for the second out. Kind of sliced on him right there.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's pretty slicing actually into the wind, which might have straightened it out just a little bit. Krebs made a great play on it.
Looked like it might have gone down for a base hit if it were to be normal conditions. But nonetheless, 2 out now. That'll bring up third baseman Kaimana Bartolome. First pitch fastball outside.
Kaimana coming to California by way of Hawaii.
He drives that fastball right field. Under it is Krebs, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 inning for the Falcons. No runs, no hits, no errors. And now your lineup for your Solano Falcons.
Isaiah Verrett, center field, Armio High School.
Roberto Diaz, shortstop, Decibeta High School.
Jorge Chenart, left field, American Canyon High School.
Jared Denning, catcher, American Canyon High School.
Nathan Gutierrez, DH, the American Canyon High School.
Kyle Krebs, right field, Carson High School.
Connor Caparelli, first base, Dixon High School.
Aaron Corral, third base, Capistrano Valley Christian.
Nathan Gutierrez, pitcher, the American Canyon High School.
Welcome back.
Center fielder.
As you see, starting pitcher for the Trojans, Vito Rodin, getting ready there on the mound as Isaiah Verrett, leadoff hitter for the Falcons, getting ready to see if he can get on for the Falcons to start something.
So Rodin is posting an 8.44 ERA in 4 games started, a record of 1-2. So let's see if the Falcons can jump on him early.
First pitch fastball in there for a strike. And that seems what, as the first 2 games, I should say, that we've done in the broadcast at Solano, they've jumped up early, gotten ahead, and then kind of just slowly gets away from them later in the ball game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate as the game gets on. It starts to slip away a little bit from Solano. I'd like to see him today get some traffic on the bases, put some pressure on the Skyline defense, and force them to make plays.
Oh, 1-1-1. Let's see if Salampa decides to play a little small ball like the Falcons usually do.
And I'm actually a big fan of small ball. I think it's a great way to get on base, get your offense in a groove.
It forces the defense at the end of the day to play defense as Verrett drives a fastball into center field. Under it is Anderson for the first out.
Looks like Verrett just got underneath that one just a little bit. Good contact,
shortstop, though. Number 5, Roberto.
As that'll bring up shortstop Roberto Diaz.
See if Diaz can help keep the line moving.
Diaz, 174 batting average on the season as he shows bunt, pulls back for a ball.
Fun fact, I worked with Roberto's dad about 15 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. I was able to catch up with him out here in the stands. Last game we were out here broadcasting.
That's a small world right there. Fastball outside, 2-0.
Good eye right there by Diaz.
The 1-1. In there for a strike. Excuse me, 2-1 now. Defensive alignment for the Trojans. Caleb Keeleen out in left. Phil Anderson in center. Carlos Solis out over there in right. Breaking ball outside. Left to right, Kaimana Bartolome over at third. Chaz Verduzco at short. Tony Massetti at second. And Joey Pledger over there at first. As we said earlier, Vito Rodin on the hump today. And Ramon Enriquez behind the dish. Fastball swung on and missed from Diaz. That'll be a full count now.
Yeah, it looks like Rodin's been pretty close to the strike zone during this at bat, so
yeah,
see if Diaz can get something going.
A lot of fastballs. The 3-2 outside. That'll be ball 4. And that'll bring up left fielder Jorge Chenard.
Left fielder number 14, Jorge Chenard.
Chenard getting his second start of the season in 8 games. Diaz takes a comfortable lead over at first. The fastball at the letters for a ball.
Looks like Diaz might be looking to steal a bag over there, taking a nice sizable lead once the Rodin starts his windup.
At least get something going if you're the Falcons. Stolen bases haven't been their forte. The fastball inside is that they've only got 5 on the season.
You know, when you're struggling a little bit, especially early on in the year, it's good to try to create your own magic, as they say. You know, keep the ball moving, keep the runners moving, and see what you can generate on your own.
And like going back to what we just said last half inning, going back to the small ball, stolen bases, making the defense play defense. That's what really, you know, puts pressure on the other team and, you know, gets you those close wins as Chenard takes a fastball inside.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. You know, home runs are fun. They're shiny. Everybody loves them. But it's all about scoring runs. And at the end of the day, if you don't have the power to get over this 20-foot fence that's out there, you might as well do what you can to keep runners on the base and bring them home.
The 3-0 to Chenard. Diaz fake steals over there, but that'll be ball 4. First and second, that'll bring up cleanup hitter Jared Denning.
That's a good sign for the Falcons. A nice early 2 on base for Denning to come up and see what he can do.
Jared Denning.
RBI situation early on. See if Denning can capitalize. Starting to heat up. Now batting .391 on the season. .531 on base percentage. Fastball at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Denning with also 4 RBIs. Looking to make that 5. Try to drive in Diaz.
Let's go for 6.
Why not, right? The 1-0. 1-1.
It's a good eye. Way to lay off that pitch. Especially first strike called to the knees. Take some discipline, plate discipline to be batting like he is.
Outfield playing deeper with the wind in effect. Changeup low as Enriquez will go on out to Rodin.
Yeah, this could be a good momentum builder for the Falcons.
And that's not a good sign if you're Rodin up there on the mound with your catcher already talking to you.
Looks like they just might be getting on the same page as far as pitches go, but yeah, it's not really a good sign in the bottom of the first, already be getting your first mound visit.
2-1 to Denning. Fastball just misses the black. 3-1.
And you know, sometimes with a good hitter, take the bat out of their hands and just send them over to first.
Saw a lot of that last year, and Jack Pridey was ahead of Denning in the batting order, and that left Denning with multiple opportunities to take effect as he drives a fastball, pulled right side foul. Saw a lot more fastballs and better pitches last year. This year he's got a lot more pressure on him.
I like to call that the Jeff Kent-Barry Bonds effect. They walk Bonds and Kent hits a 2-run home run. Definitely help when you've got somebody in front of you that is a hitter to follow him up with another hitter, so you can kind of take advantage of the opportunities in case that person in front of you gets walked.
Also, it makes you at ease a little bit more. It takes a little bit of pressure off of you. The 3-2 fastball driven back out of play right behind us in the booth.
Yeah, it looked like Denning had a good line on that. Just got a little bit under it.
It looked like he was also out in front, able to get a piece to stay alive there. Diaz on second, Chenard over there at first. Middle of the infield playing double play depth. It's fastball driven in right side. That'll be in for a base hit past Massetti. Here comes Diaz. Throw from right field, Solis cut off by Pledger. On over to third, it's Chenard. Falcons up 1-0.
There we go. This is the start I wanted to see out of Solano today. And I like the aggressive base running.
Denning's RBI single will put the Falcons up 1-0.
Number 11.
Verrett taking advantage of a sloppy cut and making his way over to third. So now runners on first and third for the Falcons, 1 out.
Yeah, I don't know if Pledger cut that off last second from the communication from Enriquez behind the dish, but
yeah, it looked like Roberto's wheels kind of took the Trojans by surprise. He got around third pretty quick there.
Got a good jump, too.
Absolutely.
So that'll be first and third for the Falcons as pitcher Nate Gutierrez, who's hitting for himself today, looking to add on here, make it 2-0 ball game. First pitch outside. That'll be Jared Denning's 5th RBI.
Yeah, it was a pretty sweet stroke from our angle. Found the gap between first and second.
As Gutierrez drives on onto the Pledger to Verduzco, on back to Rodin, and he somehow keeps his foot on the bag for the double play. I don't know about that one, Steven.
That was a tough call, but you know what? We got on the board, and we'll just have to come after him in the top of the second.
Falcons able to take advantage, get on the board first, 1-0, 4-5-6 for the Trojans after this.
My name is Jared Denning. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Back as catcher Ramon Enriquez will look to start off the top of the second for the Trojans. As we have our new broadcast partner, Soad Balazi. Soad, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, Soad. Of course. First pitch fastball in there for a strike.
You know, earlier today I was looking at some players, and Ramon is actually one of my players to watch. He's 7 for 28 with 9 walks, 7 RBIs, and 3 home runs. So of the home runs, he has the most.
Yeah, absolutely. He leads Trojans in home runs. He's also batting at 250.
Mm-hmm.
Nice cleanup spot for Skyline.
One of the very few offensive standouts for the Trojans, as a fastball driven right side out of play, just off the fist of Enriquez.
I was also looking at the stats for Skyline, as you guys already mentioned probably, that they lost against Solano earlier on February 6th, and their batting average...
As he drives breaking ball, left field, just foul as the wind took that one. Could have been number 4 for Enriquez.
Thank you, Delta Winds.
The Skyline's batting average at home is 232, and away it's 181. So it's not that big of a difference, but you can still see the difference. Away, they're hitting way under the Mendoza line. So Solano trying to put that into effect and keep them at that batting average. Also, 16 hits away and 41 home.
As Enriquez drives the breaking ball into left field for a base hit, as Chenart was playing deep towards the warning track. So Trojans able to get the first man on, and that'll bring up Vito Ferrante, DH for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looked like Ramon seeing the ball really well today. It's going to be a challenge for Nate Gutierrez to kind of keep him from hitting it out.
Yeah, might want to end up pitching around Enriquez next time around. His first pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
You know, this is first time seeing Ramon, though, so I see why you want to attack him and see what he has. But then with that foul ball that almost made it out the park, yeah, next time maybe pitch around him to be a little safer.
Yo, 1-1.
Yeah, that foul ball would have been out at Fenway.
I think Gutierrez got lucky it was a breaking ball, because if that was a straight fastball, that would have been fair and might have been even over the scoreboard out and left. Gutierrez holds the pitch in there. 1-2. Chenart playing on the deeper side over in left. Verrett and Krebs playing on the shallow side.
I like how Gutierrez is attacking his batter. Kind of a short memory.
Short memory indeed, as he's able to drop Ferrante for the strikeout for the first out. Now that'll bring up Carlos Solis, right fielder.
Earlier, you guys were talking about, you know, little fun facts over here. I have a little fun fact. One of my coworkers at Red Robin, Alex Parrott, used to play with now head coach Tyron Salampa. And when I told him about how I'm doing the broadcasting and this and that, and he was really excited. And it's just a small world, you know. My coworker now used to work with now coach play with Coach Tyron Salampa. So just small world.
It really is so odd. I feel like even if you go, you know, hours and hours away, as Enriquez takes off, fouled, gets a piece of Solis. Hit and run might have been on there.
Yeah, I think the baseball community is, you know, it's like a family. You play somewhere, you meet a couple guys. You guys always have somebody in common that you know and you've played against at some point in your baseball career.
A ton of networking.
Absolutely.
As we call time, Solis buying a little bit more up there at the plate. He's set. Gutierrez is set. Enriquez with a decent lead. Breaking ball high at the letters, 2-1.
Enriquez very aggressive on first base over there, even with the left-handed pitcher facing him. Doesn't look too scared there.
I almost wonder if it's a little gamesmanship, just trying to be in the corner of his eye and distract him a little bit.
Yeah, like focus on me, not the hitter, exactly.
Fastball off the fist of Solis.
catchers aren't generally known for their speed, so yeah, it's interesting to kind of see him dance around over there, catching Nate off guard.
He showed pretty good speed on that hit and run. Got a good jump.
What do you mean catchers aren't known for their speed? Benji Molina was the fastest catcher I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, so 2-2 from Gutierrez. Fastball away, 3-2. We'll see if Enriquez takes off here, keep the Trojans out of a double play.
It's a big gap between first and second right now.
Caravantes playing double play depth over at second, as well as Diaz on the left side.
It's always risky when you've got a runner on first and your first baseman's holding the runner on, because it leaves a nice gap to.
There goes Enriquez. Fastball fouled back.
Yeah, Solis kind of bailed out Gutierrez with that foul ball.
Yeah, 3-2, looking to stay alive, obviously, but again, Enriquez went on the pitch, so it looks like they're trying to stay out of the double play. We'll try it again. 3-2. Enriquez says put. Breaking ball. Catches Solis looking for the second out. Nice pitch.
I almost wonder if Solis was looking for a fastball there on the off speed. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, not too many hitters look for a 3-2 breaking ball.
Tells me that Nate's feeling pretty comfortable out there. Feels like he can hit his spots and in good command of his pitches today.
It's going to be interesting watching him. Like you said earlier, he's hitting for himself too. So he's going to be doing everything today.
Pitchers that rake.
Exactly.
Pickoff attempt over at first. Keeping Enriquez close, and that's Connor Caparelli for the Falcons over there.
Big day for Gutierrez. He's making his first start. He's hitting for himself, and he seems to be in a good groove here early on.
Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. And so far, so good from Gutierrez, as we keep saying, attacking these hitters and getting ahead quickly.
Mazzetti looking to do something here.
Fastball low, 1-1.
You know, even with 2 outs, there's still that gap between second and first, like we mentioned earlier. And you kind of want to know why they're playing the defense this way, at least.
Yeah, middle of the infield, playing double play depth. There goes Enriquez and fouled, and just gets a piece is Massetti. Don't know if he wanted to swing on that one.
I don't think so. He was way out in front. But Ramon Enriquez over there running from first to second. He's going to get tired here pretty soon.
And then he has to go back in the squat in a minute.
Absolutely. I don't know how catchers do it.
Buy him some time for those knees.
Yeah, Trojans definitely want to try to keep the line moving.
2-2.
You know, you were a pitcher. Did you like this kind of weather, or were you more of like a hot, kind of humid person?
I would prefer the heat, dry heat, rather than cold wind any day. Fastball off the fist of Massetti. Fouled out of play.
Standing out there in the sun today, though, it's not too bad. The breeze isn't too strong yet, but I'm looking for that to change. So this game goes on, I think the wind's going to pick up a bit.
It definitely will, Steven.
And we're definitely feeling the cold right now is because we're under, you know, a shadow, under a tent.
And there goes Enriquez. Fastball swung on and missed, and that'll set down the Trojans as Gutierrez strikes out the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and that'll bring up 6-7-8 for the Falcons.
Hey fellas, this is Kyle Krebs, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Kyle Krebs
Right fielder,
getting ready to
number 20.
get this
Kyle
bottom half of the
Krebs.
second underway. Looking to add to the Falcons' 1-0 lead.
I'm looking for Krebs to have a good day today. I think this will be a day for him to kind of make a good showing on offense.
I mean, he's definitely been showing us his defense.
I was just going to say that, so odd. About 182 on the season, but the 2 games that we broadcasted here at Solano, he just seems to put on a performance day in and day out.
His range in the outfield is just incredible, too.
The 0-1 to Krebs. Look like a breaking ball. Gets in there. 0-2.
Yeah, this right field out here can be challenging with the winds and the sun that you have to deal with on a daily basis, and he makes it look effortless.
Rodin has a couple pitches to play with. See what he throws here to Krebs. Fastball up. Above the helmet. Probably a setup pitch here. Might go back to that breaking ball. The 1-2. Fastball just gets a piece of it. Unable to catch it out in front is Enriquez.
Yeah, it's a good job by Krebs to stay alive here. 1-2 count.
And thankfully that went foul because you always hate a swinging, but get tagged out as soon as you step out the box.
Those are always the worst. Always.
Those were my only hits in high school when I played softball. We were swinging butts.
Looks like Aiden Yarwood's getting warmed up in the bullpen for the Trojans. He's a freshman that's appeared in 4 games, 19 innings pitched. He's posted 2.37 ERA, so that could be some trouble for the Falcons coming up into the game if he makes his way in.
Yeah, Yardwood also started the game a few days ago against Shasta. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 12 hits, 4 runs. 2 of them earned, and also had 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, going back to one of the keys of the game is to get to the Trojans pitching early, and it looks like the Falcons are starting to do that.
Put some pressure as Krebs drives the breaking ball at the letters to right field. Under it is Solis for the first out.
Yeah, I believe their last game they had, I want to say 5 or 6 different pitchers. The starting pitcher only went 1 inning. No one went over 3 innings. Or, excuse me, the max was, I believe, 3 or 4 innings. But just like Steven says, that you just have to attack the pitchers and hopefully get them out the game early.
Be aggressive if you're a hitter. Saying Caparelli right now looking for a fastball to drive for a base hit. Jump on him.
Yeah, if I'm the Falcons, I'd actually like to see Rodin be in for a little bit longer. See if we can post a few more runs up on the board.
Yeah, I don't think the Trojans want to go into their bullpen so early on. So Falcons hopefully can put on some runs. The 0-1 to Caparelli. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Looks to be out in front just a little bit. Now Rodin might go back to that fastball. Maybe at the letters here, or even throw in that breaking ball. We'll see.
So Enriquez set up inside.
Fastball off the hands of Caparelli. Just stays alive there. See, that's where you throw the fastball in. Now you might want to look here for Enriquez to set up outside and throw a curveball, catch him out in front on his front toe.
Yeah. When you're ahead 0-2, you got a few pitches to play with.
There he is, sets up on the outside quarter. The 0-2 fastball at the letters, foul back into the netting. That curveball is coming in any second now.
And he's doing a good job up there, wearing out the pitcher. Just get as much foul balls. Just try to make him throw as much as possible, wear him down, so eventually he could throw something that you can hit.
Fastball in the dirt, 1-2.
You know, if I'm Skyline right here, I'd actually like to see Rodin take advantage of Connor's long limbs there and kind of get something in tight on the inside corner. It's hard for taller players to cover that part of the plate.
They get extended as once again goes back inside off the hands of Caparelli, foul back.
Another tall first baseman, Brandon Belt, kind of has that same issue. There's a hole in his strike zone. You get him in early, down low, and it's difficult to hit.
Some hitters love the inside part of the plate, even if you got those long arms, as Caparelli just takes a fastball inside. One hitter, for example, in the bigs that I can think of, craziest thing, Miguel Cabrera, Yankee Stadium, he hit a home run. I kid you not, it was the fastball was on the chalk in the batter's box, inside part of the plate, and he somehow drove it to left field for a home run. And still to this day, it amazes me that some guys are able to get in their hands that quick and that tight.
Absolutely.
You know who impresses me? Evan Gaddis. I feel like he has that same kind of mentality when it's in, and then, oh, yeah, that's amazing.
You gotta have some strong hands, strong forearms. Fastball driven up the middle for a base hit. So nice job from Caparelli, able to extend the at-bat, find his pitch for a base hit.
Connor's really battling that at-bat, and it's nice to see him get on base and be rewarded.
Up to the plate.
Yeah, finally saw a fastball.
Number 13.
Looked like a mistake pitch from Rodin.
Yeah, it definitely looked like at least a location mistake.
Yeah, right over the heart of the plate. And that'll bring up second baseman Gabe Caravantes. So Caparelli over there at first. His first pitch fastball in there for a strike.
Let's see if Caravantes can get Caparelli over his second.
Caravantes 0 for 3 with 2 walks back on the 10th. And there's Caparelli. Don't know what exactly he was doing. Trips up and able to tag him out is Pledger.
Yeah, it looked like he was just taking too far of a lead over there and got caught. Got caught in between.
That's just something you can't do. You're gonna have to shake that. You're getting in your head, and you're almost sleeping there. And when you sleep, that's when the pitcher sees, and he's gonna catch you sleeping, and something like that's gonna happen. So instead of having a runner on first, 1 out, there's 2 outs now, just like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The Falcons look like they might have been able to do something here in the second.
Caravantes takes the fastball out. 1-1 the count. And just that one split second of you checking out of the game, just every time I just feel like that's when, you know, you get caught out of the zone. And nonetheless, for example, Caparelli getting tagged out there. 2-1 to Caravantes.
And you know when you're jogging back to the dugout, you have to have your head down. Even though your teammates aren't going to say nothing, they're going to say, like, you know, next time, whatever. But in the pit of your stomach, you know you did something.
Yeah, it's important to, you know, once you get back there, you mull it over. You want to learn from your mistakes, but you got to shake it off, and he'll be out there ready to go come his next at-bat and his next time on base.
Yeah, we're still early in the game. It's just the bottom of the second inning. So hopefully this won't have that big of an effect on the outcome.
The 3-1, and Caravantes gets hit on the behind. So that'll put a man on first.
Yeah, it looked like a breaking ball that got away from Rodin there.
Up next,
I'll bring up number 9 hitter rounding it out for the Falcons, Aaron Corral, playing third base. Getting his second start of the season. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Corral got his first start last Saturday against Sierra as the Falcons went down 13-1. Corral had a base hit and a walk in that ball game.
No batting gloves for Corral, but the left hand heavily taped over there.
Might be dealing with a wrist issue. There's a breaking ball taken for a strike, down 0-2, 2 out.
Thankfully, as a righty, it's not on his strong hand.
You know, some baseball players, they try to look cool, so they just tape anything. So hopefully it's just him trying to look cool. Nothing.
There goes Caravantes. Fastball, and Corral did swing, and that'll end the inning on the strikeout. So
Yeah.
Falcons down.
Unfortunate there for the Falcons not to be able to take advantage of a couple runners on base.
So Caravantes stranded over there at first. Corral on the strikeout. That'll bring up 8-9-1 for the Trojans. Anderson, Killeen, and Verduzco.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
Welcome back as Phil Anderson, center fielder for Skyline, looking to get something started for the Trojans. The Gutierrez back there, out there on the mound. Defense playing straight up. Falcons up 1-0 here at the top of the third. And Anderson shows bunt, pulls back, but pitch is for a strike.
That was a good fastball in there, right underneath the show bunt for Gutierrez.
See if Gutierrez goes to the changeup here, 0-1. And he does, 0-2 to Anderson.
Yeah, it looks like that show of bunt might have just been a little gamesmanship. I don't think he's really out there looking to bunt. It's good for Gutierrez to kind of keep with his game plan.
Yeah, get the feel of the fastball. Get your timing down. The 0-2, fastball outside. Most likely a setup pitch here to see if Gutierrez goes to the breaking ball. Maybe a back foot. We'll see. 1-2 here to Anderson. The pitch. Breaking ball off the fist. Right over Caravantes at second for a base hit.
That was a good effort by Caravantes. He almost had that one.
Yeah, that was a great timing and leaping of Caravantes over there. If he was only like, I want to say even 2 inches taller or had that 2 inches to his height, he would have caught that.
Not 3 feet, Sword?
Oh, like the last time when you said there was a Falcon on the field?
You guys didn't let me finish on that one.
Well, his height's not something he can control, but if he had 2 steps back and maybe was playing a little bit on the grass, I think he would have got it.
A little bit more deeper. That'll bring up Caleb Killeen, left fielder.
Skyline's looking to do something here. The early runner on first.
Yeah, see if they bunt him on over as Corral's playing in at third. So does Caparelli as he jumps on in. Fouled.
Looks like he might have fouled that off his foot. And Caparelli, very aggressive at first base, like I've seen before. Charges home plate before the ball's even thrown. It's almost kind of dangerous too when you think about it, where just a swinging of the bat can just have a line drive to your face.
Yeah, those hitters up there at the plate. As Gutierrez picks on over, able to get back is Anderson. Yeah, the hitter up there shows a bunt, pulls back and slashes. Caparelli better be ducking.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a nice long target. It's a little dangerous.
Shows bunt. Fields it is Gutierrez. Cleanly on over to Caparelli for the first out.
That's what I call great PFPs right there.
So Anderson moves on over to second on the sacrifice bunt. That'll bring it back to the top of the order in Chaz Verduzco.
Yeah, the Falcons fortunate that bunt had a little bit of power behind it. Otherwise, we'd be looking at 2 runners on, and no out.
Yeah, it looked like Killeen was trying to push that on over past Gutierrez, but like you said, not able to get enough. Still a sacrifice. Anderson taking a nice secondary lead over at second as first pitch misses out of the zone.
It'll be interesting to see what the Falcons do here on their defensive setup with the short and second playing hugging the bag. Maybe trying for a pickoff play here.
Shows bunt. In there for a strike. Little stare down from Gutierrez. 1-1 the count.
You know, be aggressive at second base. With a left-handed pitcher, it's going to be a little bit harder to spin around and throw you out like on a dart. So why not be aggressive?
Swung on and missed on the changeup from Gutierrez. Down 1-2 is Verduzco.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's, you know, sometimes you got to manufacture your own magic, and it looks like Skyline's trying to get a little momentum swinging in their direction. Got a runner on second for the first time today, so why not take advantage and be aggressive?
The 1-2. 2-2. Fastball misses out of the zone. Right here for Verduzco, looking to just get Anderson over to third, make it a productive out at the bare minimum. As Anderson's playing with Gutierrez at second. Breaking ball just misses at the shins. Brings it to a full count.
It's a great pitch by Gutierrez, and it's good for him to keep his focus and concentration on the batter with all the commotion going on over at second.
Not distracted by Anderson as he's playing footsies with them over there. As he steps off, and that's a balk. And Gutierrez knew it.
Seems to be a problem with the Falcons here early on in the season with balks. You know, it's something simple, but it takes you out of your rhythm, taking that foot off the rubber. But it's important to do, and, you know, it's cost him in games in the past, and hopefully it doesn't cost him here.
The 3-2 Verduzco. Fastball just misses on the outside part of the play. So first and third, and that'll bring up Joey Pledger.
You know, not the end of the world in this situation. Easy double play, and you could get out the inning there being only, you know, one out. So just take a deep breath if I were the Falcons and just focus on this hitter. And if I were Gutierrez especially, just focus on getting that ground ball and turning two.
Yeah, you want to hold that run on first, though, because you don't want to lose your double play opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, Verduzco with the decent lead as he does a little shimmy at first. And fastball driven over Diaz's head to even up the ball game. On to third is Verduzco. He's sending him home as Chenard bobbles it over and left as the Trojans go up 2-1 over the Falcons.
That extra bobble that happened over there by Chenard costed, you know, just a run right now. Easily could have just been tied 1-1. Now Trojans up 2-1.
Yep. Takes you back to that Gutierrez balk. He hadn't advanced that runner from second to third. Looking at probably just a tie ball game with runners at second and third. But let's hope he can shake it off, forget it, and concentrate on the batter now.
So a 2 RBI double from first baseman Joey Pledger as Jared Denning will go out to talk to Gutierrez, maybe settle him down after that double. Quick visit from Denning.
Well, Gutierrez is a veteran. You know, he's been here. He's a sophomore. Same with Denning. So they already know each other. They know what each other likes. So I think it was just a quick, you know, calm down. We got this kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a, you know, just a kind of refocus, forget what just happened, and push forward.
Buy him a little bit of time as Enriquez drives that into left field for an RBI double. That'll bring the lead now for the Trojans 3-1.
Yeah, that was just a great shot into the gap. Not much you could do there defensively. And they got to it as soon as they could. Fortunate to hold them to a double.
And excuse me on that one. That was Bartolom that just hit that RBI double. And now that brings up the big power hitter, Ramon Enriquez. I think Gutierrez might be getting ahead of himself. Left the first pitch fastball to Pledger that brought in the 2 runs. And then Bartolom also left the fastball up in the zone and drove that in to left center. Same gap, same hit.
Yeah, Kaimana hitting 321. It's no surprise he was able to gap that for a double, RBI double.
Yeah, he has 5, well now 6 RBIs under his belt right now. But like we were saying earlier, keeping Enriquez in the back of our heads, seeing how they're going to pitch him. This is kind of the situation that they would like to avoid with runner in scoring position. Their big power hitter up at the plate. So I'm looking for Gutierrez to just pitch around him and even probably give him a base. What's wrong with having someone at first and inducing that double play?
Yeah, we'll see if Gutierrez can set up the double play ball or, best case, to get out Enriquez as he starts him off with the fastball down 0-1. Ferrante is on deck, struck out his first time up. So we'll see what Gutierrez and the Falcons do here against Enriquez. 1-1 the count now.
Looks like Nate's just pulling back and wants to just challenge. That ball was a little bit outside, but you can tell he's putting a lot of effort into these fastballs.
The 1-1 changeup misses. 2-1. And now you wonder, since he's behind in the count, pitch around him now, set up the double play. We'll see on this 2-1. Gutierrez better be careful with the fastball in the zone. The 2-1 fastball above the letters, 3-1. And at this point, you might as well put him on.
Yeah, that was a gutsy pitch right there. I think if Enriquez was expecting a high fastball, he might have turned on it.
The 3-1 fastball swung on and missed, and I think Gutierrez caught a break there.
Absolutely. But I like the way that he's challenging him in this position. Oh, he's ignoring the runner on second, and he's getting in there and just focusing on the batter.
The 3-2 to Enriquez. Fastball swung on and missed for the second out. So Gutierrez is able to come back and get the second out with the strikeout.
That's a good momentum builder right there. You're staring down their best hitter, and you just challenge him. Challenge fastball, challenge fastball, challenge fastball, and you actually get him to whiff on the third one.
Gutierrez probably heard us saying, oh, Enriquez this, Enriquez this. And it's like, you know what, guys? Trust me in my stuff, and that's what he did.
Fastball misses, as that'll bring up DH Vito Ferrante. Gutierrez now with 5 strikeouts in just 2 2/3 innings. His fastball swung on and missed.
And there you go. You can kind of see him getting his confidence back in his pitches.
And it's like when you knock down that big guy, you get the confidence back, and now you want to throw your pitches, your specialty pitches more.
Absolutely. Just let it rip.
The 1-1. There goes Bartolom. Able to scoop it up is Corral, saving a run. So that'll be a stolen base. And that'll be his first on the season.
That was a tough pitch for Denning to dig out of the dirt, and he still made a good play on it. Fortunate the ball didn't get past third baseman Aaron Corral.
Yeah, great pick by Corral all around.
Overall, I see what you're trying to do there. His fastball misses. 3-1 the count now. Wonder if you put Ferrante on and put up Solis, who struck out looking his first time up. And there's the walk. First and third now with Solis coming on up.
Some might say that Aaron Corral corralled that ball.
Look at you, Sohan.
I believe some would say that. You're right.
Thank you.
Now let's see how Gutierrez keeps his focus here. Last time he had runners on first and third. He got a little rattled, so let's see if he can just focus in here on Solis. We've got 2 outs, so I would actually just forget about the runners on base right now.
Outfield playing straight up with Krebs, with the exception of playing on the shallow side over and right, as Gutierrez throws the first pitch fastball in there for a strike. You see Caparelli and Ferrante at first.
Yeah, Solis is only hitting 194, so Trojans looking to see if he can kind of help that average out right now.
The 0-1 fastball driven back out of play. 0-2. We'll see if Gutierrez can get the Falcons out of the inning, keep the damage limited.
Absolutely. It's only a 2-run deficit right now, but you definitely don't want to see it get any bigger.
The 0-2, there goes the runner at first, and he's in there on the overthrow from Jared Denning. So that'll put up the Trojans 4-1, and that'll be a stolen base for Ferranti.
Yeah, that's a really risky play right there when you've got a runner on third. Any mistake, and that runner's coming home just like that.
You know, going back onto the batting average topic, granted it's early in the season, so a lot of players are still working to make their batting average, go higher. But for the Falcons, before this game, there's 10 players with 10-plus at-bats, and only 3 of them are hitting over 200. Not 300, but 200. There's only 3 of them. So it just shows you the type of season that the Falcons are having right now. They're just grinding and trying to make what's best for them. And it is early in the season, but you hope for them to, raise that batting average a little higher.
Start picking it up as league play comes in here in the next few weeks. Looking to polish it up. 1-2 the count to Solis. Curveball off the end of the bat. Brett looks to be under it, and gets the Falcons to end the inning. So 4 runs on 3 hits from the Trojans, no errors. Falcons looking to tie this ball game back up in the bottom half.
Aaron Corral, thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Center fielder Isaiah Verrett will lead off the bottom half of the third.
Let's see what the Falcons can do here. Let's get some runners back on base, get some momentum swinging back in their direction.
You definitely want Verrett on first base. He has 2 stolen bases under his belt, along with Justin Brown, who's on the bench today. So you want that stolen base threat for the Falcons.
1-0. Now we have a new pitcher for the Trojans, and Aiden Yarwood, 2.37 ERA. In 3 games started, fastball in the dirt.
Yeah, Falcons. Let's see if they can get to Yardwood here. New pitcher, kind of takes you a little bit out of your rhythm as a hitter. You're getting used to seeing the same pitches from the previous pitcher, but.
Ferret swings on the fastball, pulls it left side foul.
And as I say that, Ferret was right on top of that.
I'm kind of shocked that Yarwood's out there on the mound for the Trojans, as he just pitched last Saturday. 6 innings, just decent amount of work as Verrett shoots it up the middle for a base hit.
Yeah, C&I grounder there. Got just past the shortstop that was playing a little bit over towards third. That would have been an easy out to first if he was playing more up the middle.
Up next to bat, shortstop.
So great job to start off the inning for Verrett and the Falcons, as shortstop Roberto Diaz, who walked his last time up and scored, will look to keep the train moving for the Falcons. Going back to Yarwood, 6 innings, a lot of work on just 3 days rest. Or excuse me, 2 days rest technically, as Diaz shows bunt, pulls back for a ball. Gave up 12 hits in that outing against Shasta. 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, let's see if the Falcons can capitalize on the short rest.
You know, we're talking about short rest like he's gonna, like that's his Achilles heel almost, like, oh, he's gonna throw something bad or something like that. But if you said that to like John Smoltz or anyone back in the day, they just laugh at your face. Like, what's short rest to them? That's short rest is pitching back to back to back 3 days in a row. So like 2 days break, 3 days break, I think he's gonna be okay.
Bumgarner will just show you his 2014 World Series. We're going to ask you about
there goes Verrett.
Exactly.
Throw from Enriquez and saved over there by Massetti.
That was great backup right there, because I would have went dead center, and then Verrett would have easily went to third with his speed.
I like what the Falcons are doing here is they're putting some pressure on Skyline's defense and forcing them to make plays, and that play right there just didn't work out for the Trojans.
We've seen a lot of errant throws thus far in the game between Denning and Enriquez, excuse me.
See if Diaz shows bunt. He doesn't.
Yeah, it looks like they might let Diaz swing away here now that the runners advance to second. But I'm a fan of the small ball. Hey, bunt it down towards first, move that runner to third.
He got stolen base in Verrett, his 3rd on the season. Diaz just needs to move him on over for Chenart. Just gets a piece of the breaking ball.
You know, I've also noticed every player from the Trojans are wearing stirrups, a little throwback, and I throwback fan, appreciate that. Usually you see at least like maybe 2 or maybe 4, but every single player, including the pitcher now, is wearing stirrups, and I like that.
Changeup in the dirt. Did Diaz go? And he did, says field umpire. So that'll be the first out. Diaz set down on strikes, and that'll bring up Jorge Chenart.
Yeah, I'm with you, Soaz. I'm a fan of the high socks. It's, you know,
it's
the uniform.
14.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing guys stepping on the back of their pants.
Me either. Prince Fielder, oh my gosh, his pants, like I get that he's like a bigger guy, so he has to have bigger pants, but his bottoms, they would just drag on.
Prince wasn't worried about running, so I don't think that was much of a factor.
Just trotting around the bases.
Wild pitch there.
Yeah, that'll be a wild pitch on Yarwood. Verrett able to move on up to third, so that makes the RBI opportunity just a little bit easier for Chenart, as we have a meeting at the plate. Salampa just gonna clarification. Don't know what was said, but we're back to it.
Yeah, with 1 out here, it's Falcons hope to get that runner in from third, whether on sacrifice or something in the gap.
Any way possible for these Falcons, who have struggled so far offensive-wise. Infield playing back, so Trojans will give up the run for the out as breaking ball above the letters for a ball.
Yeah, when you've got a 3-run lead, you can set up your defense a little bit differently than when you're playing from behind.
Yeah, once you get in a lead, you know, you don't want to take advantage of it, but you do have room to play with. As Chenart drives the fastball right center, that'll get down past Solis. Scoring is Verrett. Chenart is getting the sign. He's going on over to throw. To third is not in time, so an RBI triple for Jorge Chenart. And just like that, the Falcons are chipping away.
Absolutely, you know, and it's important. There's 1 run at a time. Lots of time left in this game. It's only bottom third. And right now you're looking at a runner on third, 1 out, and Jared Denning stepping to the plate.
I don't think they expected Chenart to run all the way to third. You saw them kind of not necessarily taking their time, but as soon as they saw the Slampa telling him to come to third, they started kicking in gears.
Yeah, it did seem to take quite a bit of time, even though the ball was hit to the fence, for that to come into the infield.
Great piece of hitting and just great base running all around.
Absolutely, a way to stay heads up out there on the base path, and you know, always knowing as a runner where the ball is at all times, so you can take advantage of those little mistakes.
Yeah, Solis took a weird angle out there and right.
He did. It almost looked like his first steps were in instead of out, and the ball got ahead of him.
As we have a new pitcher for the Trojans. Can't quite see his number yet.
It's 27. Derek Flowers.
And indeed it is, so odd.
I'm never wrong. Don't you know that already? Come on, Chris. He's a freshman standing 5'6", 155 pounds. Number 27 in the stirrups. Yeah, so over the weekend, I went to FanFest, and my brother and I were walking around the field like, you're allowed to do. So we went to center field, and I pretended to be like Denard's band and like every Hunter Pence dancing, whatever, and I tried to rob a ball. I know I'm 5'9", 5'10" on a good day, but you have to be like super freaking tall to even think you're going to rob someone. So just a little shout out to all the major leaguers listening in today. You know, like, it's not hard. Or, I mean, it is hard to get your jump right and do everything, you know? It's not as simple as see the ball and catch it.
No, there's, especially at AT&T Park, the dimensions out there are so crazy. Triples Alley, you've got the bricks in right field. I'm a huge Giants fan. I have a prediction that some of us will be talking Giants and some of us will be talking Yankees here on the broadcast today. I myself am donning my Will Clark batting jersey from 1989, my 2014 World Series ring from the Giants.
Okay.
Not to put out a subtle brag out there.
Chris is like, I left my 27 rings at home.
I got all 3 of mine, so I'll let you borrow one.
Sounds good, Steven.
Showing a little, shout out to the Warriors wearing the town jersey, Kevin Durant. Not really baseball related, but I had to change it up. I always wear something baseball, you know.
I mean, it is baseball season, so odd.
All right, let's calm down, Chris.
As Denny takes a first pitch curveball from Flowers for a ball.
Today I'm celebrating my first time here on the broadcast on Solano Sports Network, and pitchers and catchers report today to Arizona and Florida.
It's crazy when you think about it, because there's still over 100 free agents, so they're gonna have to have like a 1995 free agent spring training camp like they did before the strike or after the strike. So it's just crazy when you think about majors right now.
Did you guys see the Yu Darvish deal?
Yeah,
the Cubs.
Didn't see that coming, to be honest.
120. I think that's a pretty good deal for Darvish.
Great deal for Darvish. Let's. I think the Cubs hope to get something out of him this year. Maybe have a comeback season. Last year, he was solid, but he wasn't as great.
In the playoffs, he wasn't. Yeah, definitely. Arrieta's not on the radar anymore.
No, Arrieta is. I think it definitely makes sense on why he's still a free agent. I heard watching MLB Network and ESPN that he was asking for around $200 million for a contract.
Can I get $200 million?
I mean, coming from a guy who had Tommy John, he's had success.
He's had success, yeah.
Last year struggled just a bit. As Denny takes a curveball for a strike, evens up the count 2-2. You wonder why. I mean,
that's
the players
another
are
reason, though, that there's
asking too much.
Yeah.
Maybe like some of the players. I think the Cubs got a steal for Darvish though. 6-year, 120.
Yeah, with all things, I think the bubble burst in MLB, and a lot of the players are unhappy about it. But
Denny drives out on over to Massetti. That'll drive in another run. So an RBI ground out, 4-3.
Just like with anything, you're only worth as much as someone will pay for your services, which for baseball players, they've been kind of raking in the cash over the last few seasons. I think the owners are just, they want to call it collusion on the players' side, but it's just it's out of hand. You got to put a cap on it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, I feel like when Stanton got the $300 million contract, that was just, I mean, he hasn't necessarily lived. How can you live up to that, basically? You can't live up to a $300 million contract. So that's why just baseball nowadays, it's just a little crazy.
Gutierrez slices that into left center. That'll fall down for a base hit on his way to second.
What is
and he'll start there. And Just, I think me and you saw the same thing, Steven, but it looked like Anderson.
Yeah, the Trojan center fielder, Phil Anderson, for some reason, tossed the ball to Caleb Keelan out there and left to throw it in. So I don't know if his arm isn't as strong or if he's just not as comfortable throwing in from the fence.
Playing center field, though, I feel like you have to have that kind of responsibility, whereas if it's in your vicinity, you're going to have to throw it. So if you can't, it just kind of that was just weird to see. But
absolutely.
Great to see Nate Gutierrez, though, hustling around first base, being the pitcher right now, and now standing safely at second.
Yeah, he took advantage of the interesting defensive play out there in the gap.
Interesting.
I almost wonder if that happened earlier on the shot between right and center, if that was kind of the same deal, if they were waiting for the right fielder to throw it in. If Anderson just doesn't feel comfortable throwing from that distance.
If I was Salampa, I'll definitely keep that in the back of my mind. Anything up in the middle of the field to the outfield, I'm sending whoever it is that's on second.
Absolutely. Kind of reminiscent of the Giants last year with Denard Span in center. There's a lot of teams that were very aggressive on the base paths when it was up to him to throw it in.
You never want to make it evident, though. You don't want everyone to see you do that. So now, like you said, Salampa at third is going to easily send home the runner. You kind of want to keep that discreet, keep that under the radar kind of thing.
You have to, exactly.
It's like tipping off pitches, but defensively. You don't want everyone to see you throwing it to the left fielder because you don't have that strong of an arm. Because now if a ball even gets, if it's a little dribbler in front of you, they're still going to try to take an extra base because they don't think you have that strong of an arm.
Change up to Krebs. Outside for a ball, brings it to 3-1. Caparelli on deck for the Falcons. Gutierrez out there on second, just doubled his way on.
Yeah, it'll be up to the Falcons to take advantage of that in center field. See what they can do with it.
The 3-1. Krebs hits out up the middle, right past Massetti, and Salampa sending Gutierrez. The throw from Anderson cut off. And that'll be a tie ball game. Falcons able to capitalize. Krebs on the RBI single.
Even when Anderson was shallow over there and was cut off, that ball would have trickled a little bit, not even past the mound. So you can just see his arm that way.
And just unfortunate for the Trojans as it looked like Massetti could have got himself around and squared up with that ball, but decided to backhand and unfortunately, he went right under his glove.
Yeah, interesting play there by Massetti at second.
So tie ball game now as Caparelli takes a fastball low.
It's a great job by the Falcons to put pressure on the Trojan defense here and take advantage of some of these miscues.
Yeah, and all with 2 outs, too, so it's just great baseball.
Fastball in the dirt. Able to block it is Enriquez.
Yeah, I gotta say it's been a great, entertaining game so far. I just looked and it's bottom third, and it seems like there's been a lot of momentum shifts and swings in different directions, and yeah, it's been some entertaining baseball here on this Tuesday.
Yeah,
in Fairfield.
You can't tell who's gonna win, even if it was them up 4-0. You still don't know because Solano can come back, and vice versa.
Fastball outside. So it brings it to 2-0.
Caparelli ahead in the count. Let's see what he can do here with 2 outs.
Some people, DH people, a.k.a. Chris over here, would say maybe, it wasn't good for Nate to be on the base and running around town. But I feel like, especially for him, the kind of guy that's very motivated, it's like, yeah, I did something for my team, not only my pitching, but I'm helping them via the bat. So maybe he's going to take that momentum back on the mound.
Absolutely, and I think it's important for pitchers to keep confidence. It's such a mind game out there in the mound that for him to be able to contribute offensively, I think will be good, and we should see evidence of that coming into the 4th inning when he gets back out there.
The 3-1 to Caparelli. Fastball driven. Ooh. Able to field it cleanly is Bartolom, and throws on it over to Massetti to end the inning. So Falcons able to capitalize, score 3 runs to tie it up. So we'll go to the top of the 4th. Trojans looking to take the lead once again.
My name is Horace Chenart, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey ladies, I'm Isaiah Verrett. Thanks for watching this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as second baseman Tony Massetti will look to lead it off in the top of the fourth. Trojans.
I'm sorry. A pitching change here for the Falcons. Coming in, number 28, John Yancey.
Fastball from Yancey for a strike. And interesting about Yancey, he has a 5.40 ERA, 0-1 on the season. He's got 2 starts, first relief appearance on the season, 13 1/3 innings pitched as he throws a ball, 1-1. Has 11 strikeouts. He's only given up 6 hits in those 13 1/3, but 8 runs in all 8 of those earned, and an opponent batting average of just 136.
Yeah, you take away 1 inning against San Mateo, and Yancey's box score will look a lot different. He's a solid pitcher. He's got great stuff and great command. Important for Yancey to stay focused and not get rattled here by the Trojans.
Looking to give the bullpen of Solano a bit of a break as he looks to give them a good chunk of innings. 1-2 to Massetti. Yancey shakes off Denning, and Massetti calls time.
Trojans looking here to shift some of that momentum back in their direction.
So 1-2 from Yancey. Breaking ball just misses.
That was a great pitch by Yancey.
I'm really excited to see him on the mound. I thought, kind of did my own math last night. Thought he was going to start today. Instead, it was Gutierrez. But when I first saw him, remember, I think he went 6 in 1 innings with no hits. Very, very impressive for the rookie.
As Massetti able to drive the fastball in the 5-6 hole for a base hit. And yeah, going back to that San Mateo game, 6 1/3, perfect outing, and the wheels fell off right after that double in that game in the 7th.
5 strikeouts, just amazing by Yancey. So very excited to see him out today.
So leadoff single for the Trojans. Massetti with a big lead over at first. Yancey with the throwing on over to check on him.
To have Yancey be careful with a possible box situation with that runner over there with the nice lead on first.
Throws on over once again. Phil Anderson singled his last time up. Also scored. The set from Yancey. Said he does not go. Shows bunt. is Anderson. Fields it cleanly is Yancey on over to Caparelli for the first out.
It's great defensive play by Yancey there. He was patient. He didn't panic and reacted nicely to the bunt.
Kept his composure, fielded it cleanly. Haven't seen much of that from the defensive play from pitchers so far in our first 3 broadcasts of the season.
Yeah, usually you see pitchers overthink it a little bit, and they want to get the out really quick and overthrow or even eat it sometimes. But that was great. PFPs by him.
So nice sacrifice bunt from Anderson, and Killeen shows bunt, fouls it, 0-1.
As Skyline here trying to push a runner from second over to third with another sacrifice bunt. What I like about this small ball here is it puts pressure on the defense to make the play. Best case scenario for the Trojans is you have a runner on first and third with 1 out.
So middle of the infield with the Falcons playing with Massetti on second. A swing and a miss from Keelan. Down 0-2.
It was a great fastball outside corner from Yancey.
And Roberto Diaz over there at shortstop, keeping the runner close to him, dancing out there.
We'll see what Yancey throws here. Might end up just going back to that fastball of his. Blow right past Keelan. The 0-2. Fastball out. 1-2.
Yeah, Yancey's still ahead in the count. Be good to see him stay aggressive with this batter.
Maybe a backdoor breaking ball. Or even a back foot breaking ball.
Something off speed there over the plate would be great.
Jeez Louise, Chris.
At least something sweeping. He's got a good sweep to his breaking ball. That's the thing.
He absolutely does. He's got a nice high release for a righty.
I like his fastball.
It almost... I caught a little bit of sarcasm, but I took that serious in a way just because,
he's got a great fastball.
Yeah, it's straight. Obviously, it's a four-seam fastball, but has a little bit of a rise, I feel like, at the end of it.
Absolutely. So it's beneficial for him when he keeps it down on the zone because it peaks right back up into the...
As Keelan swings and misses on the fastball. Nice job.
I'm just saying. I know my pitches, guys. Come on. I'm not just a stirrups girl.
So Yancey able to sit down Keelan for the second out. I'll bring up top of the Yoder and Verduzco. 0 for 1 on the day, but his last time up walked and came around to score.
Good concentration by Yancey here, not letting the runner on second get to him.
Fastball swung on, just gets a piece of it. Is Verduzco down 0-1.
I do like the Trojans' base running style. They make you think, they make you work, and they try to distract you while they're out there.
Puts a lot of pressure on the pitcher. Yancey, so far so good as far as keeping his composure up there on the mound.
Absolutely.
The 0-1. That big sweeping breaking ball from Yancey gets in there for a strike. 0-2.
Beautiful pitch.
It almost looked like he took a little bit off of it.
Yeah, it did look a bit slower than his previous breaking balls.
Maybe that's a strategy for Yancey. Maybe throw it slower and then throw it a little bit harder for a nice tighter spin to it. We'll see what he throws here on the 0-2. Fastball just above the letters. Usually on an 0-2 pitch just like that, it's usually a setup pitch for a breaking ball down in the zone.
What I like to see the Falcons do next time is maybe the second baseman kind of cheat in a little bit. Looks like they're doing that because a runner on second had a huge lead.
Yeah, Massetti getting a good secondary lead on second. Anything hitting the outfield, coach is sending him. Fastball inside, a little chin music to Verduzco. 2-2 the count. Deuce is wild.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Verduzco was seeing that clearly. It wasn't that far inside.
And you question that just because he has the goggles on. You'd think clarity for his vision, but
you would think.
The pitch.
He does have those stylish braces, though, on his left wrist, so maybe he has an injury he's, protecting against.
But I feel like anything in that vicinity in front of his face, you're just going to flinch. So I do that. So I feel like it's just kind of natural for someone to do that, even if it was kind of far away.
Stay in there, be a hitter. take one for the team.
Just turn on it and take it.
Okay, in the face.
The full count.
Just like that.
Curveball gets away from Denning. On over to third is Massetti. Does not slide.
I actually am not too sure. I think that actually might have hit him.
That looked like it did.
Which would mean that the runner couldn't advance. Dead ball.
But home plate umpire didn't call anything, so Denning, yeah, you wonder. I mean, he kind of strolled on over to the curveball that got past him.
He did, and just from sitting here, our angle, it did look like it hit him, which would be a dead ball, but missed call by the umpire.
So nonetheless, first and third, as Pledger takes the first swing fastball, 0-1.
I think it's important for the Falcons here to stay focused, not let that get to them, and get out of this inning with no damage. Runners first and third now, but we're still tied up. We've got 2 out, so let's see if Yancey can stay focused and just concentrate on the batter.
The 0-1 to Pledger. There goes Verduzco. The throw from Denning. Unable to field it is Caravantes, so Trojans take the lead, 5-4.
That is twice now by Denning. Making a throw to second with runners on first and third. 2 mistakes.
It almost looks like Carvantes was scared almost. Like he didn't know where the he didn't know where the ball was gonna be. Mm-hmm.
So 5-4 for the Trojans. Verduzco over there at second. Pledger takes a fastball in there, down 0-2.
Yeah, really important for Yancey just to stay locked in, stay focused, home plate.
Pledger had that big 2 RBI double in the third. See if Yancey can get out of the inning. The pitch. Fastball out. 2-2, the count.
I mean, runner on second right now. Nothing you can do with that runner. At the end of the day, you just have to focus at the person at the plate right now.
Absolutely. I'd actually almost rather see the defense just relax, stick in their position.
Yeah, 5, 6, and 3, 4 hole are on the more open side as Pledger takes a breaking ball in the dirt. Brings it to a 3-2 count. Bartolom on deck also had a RBI double. And big catcher and Ramon Enriquez in the hole. The set from Yancey. The pitch. Fastball driven in to left field for a base hit. Coaches send to Verduzco. Here's the throw from Chenard. Cut off from Corral. And Trojans add to their lead, 6-4.
There goes that 5-6 gap that we were just talking about. A great piece of hitting by the Trojans right there.
Just this inning has been great for them, getting on top of Yancey like that.
Taking advantage of Falcon mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one thing to make a mistake, but it's another thing when you're actually able to capitalize on it and turn it into some runs.
And it's like they're going base by base, too. It's not even like they're hitting the ball really well and really hard, but like you said, it's those errors, too.
And first pitch fastball fouled, right side out of play. Caparelli loses room as Bartolom frustrated with himself right there that he didn't drive that in.
You like to see that in a guy getting frustrated when he misses a pitch, even if it's 1-0 or 0-1 the count. That means he knows his pitches and he knows what he's going to swing on.
It's a great throw over by Yancey to first.
Looked like he might have caught Pledger leaning just a little bit, caught off guard. And just like that, a little bit closer.
I actually like that by Yancey. You know, to mix it up, try to catch him sleeping over on first.
And that's part of being a pitcher. That one's even closer.
See, a fourth time's a charm.
But you like that because it keeps the runner on first dancing a little bit and not knowing if he's going to throw over, if he's going to be, you know what I mean?
And it also disrupts Kaimana here in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Messes up the hitter's rhythm.
Yeah, rhythm, timing. You want to get that foundation up there at the plate. As he hits the fastball, pops it up, and Verrett calls off the middle of the infield and able to make the catch for the final out. So Trojans able to score 2, able to take the lead again, 6-4. Falcons looking to tie this up in the bottom half.
This is John Yancey, and thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back.
13,
Gabe Caravantes leading it off for the Falcons in the bottom of the 4th.
The Falcons looking to, sorry to interrupt, Falcons looking to capitalize right now on the mistakes that they did earlier and to just kind of forget about it and move the momentum their way.
First pitch from Flowers for a ball. The right center gap seems to be wide open, and especially on a lefty too pitcher. Caravantes outside fastball. It's prime time right out there. 2-0 the count. Middle of the infield, playing straight up. We've seen a lot of either playing the hole or playing more double play depth as the Falcons did. And I believe it was the 3rd inning as Caravantes drives the fastball off the fist to Solis over there and right for the first out.
Not really how you wanted to start the inning. You kind of wanted someone to get on base and make more noise like that, but
number 10, Aaron.
Just got to keep the lineup moving now.
So Aaron Corral will look to get on. Struck out his last time up on the check swing. First pitch. Fastball driven left side. Just gets under his Corral. And that'll be Keelan, who misplays it out and left. That's a fair ball. Corral's making his way to third. Here's the throw. He's in there.
That was great by Aaron Corral. Never stopping, rounding first base, seeing the ball dropping and putting his gears into motion and making it safe at third.
Not sure what happened to Keelan out there and left. Not sure if it was the sun or what, but Corral, nice hustle, able to move up to third on the fly ball hit in the left corner.
Center fielder.
Yeah, that was skied up there
3,
high for sure. Maybe the sun was a factor. Doesn't look like the wind's blowing much out there at the moment.
Oh, you look at the flags, they're not moving really, so it's not really the wind. I think it's just the sun.
So we'll bring up top of the order for the Falcons, and Verrett singled, stolen base, and scored last inning. Trojans playing in. Don't want another run to get across the plate as Enriquez able to block the fastball in the dirt.
Yeah, it looks like they're expecting some type of maybe bunt or get something past them.
Yeah, Verrett, right here, he's looking for a fastball up in the zone, drive it in the outfield, give Corral a chance over there at third to tag up.
Yeah, absolutely. With one out here, it'd be nice to see the Falcons take advantage of having a runner on third.
Yeah, you'll definitely take an out for a run any day, especially if it's close like this, 6-4 here, in just the bottom of the 4th inning.
Absolutely. Plenty of time left in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So the 1-0 to Verrett. Shows bunt. Fouls it. That was Pledger over there at first, charging in. Bit of a safety squeeze on there.
Yeah, you'd like to see Verrett maybe look for a little bit of a better pitch to bunt than that one. That one was high, hard, and outside. It's tough to get the bat ahead around there for a bunt.
Now Pledger just had a conversation with Flowers on the mound. I wonder if he told them to maybe throw this pitch out of the zone, see if the squeeze is on.
Yeah, see if Brett will chase.
There's bunt. Breaking ball. Low. 2-1.
It's a good eye on that one. You know, sometimes you've got a runner on third. You're feeling a little bit of pressure to get him in. And
yeah,
sometimes you can make a mistake when you're scoring around for a bunt. But that's a good take on Verrett's part.
Yeah, it's only 2-1 the count right now, so I expect him to show bunt again.
The 2-1. Doesn't show bunt. 3-1.
I like that take right there. Just put the pressure back on the Trojans there to make a play.
You know, in the Trojans' mind too, they're thinking even if he gets on first, that's just a double play kind of mentality too. So you kind of have to look at it both ways for the Falcons and Trojans.
The 3-1 to Verrett. Ball 4. Solano put runners on the corners with Roberto Diaz. Diaz 0 for 1. Walked in the first inning, struck out his last time up. But looking to change that here.
Shortstop.
Get the Falcons to a 6-5 ball game.
Roberto Diaz.
Absolutely. Chip away any way you can at the 2-run lead that the Trojans have here.
Now with these teams being so scarce for runs, you know, runs come at a minimum. And so with the 6-4 ball game, every run does matter. As Verrett takes a nice lead over at first. Corners playing in, middle of the field. Double play depth as Flowers does the first pitch breaking ball in there for a strike.
Diaz looked like he showed bunt a little bit and pulled back quickly.
Yeah, I don't think he was actually committed to the bunt there on that pitch because that would have been a perfect one to lay down the third base side.
I think he just wanted to see how Bartolom would break over there at third.
As Flowers checks on Verrett.
Yeah, Skyline's defense doesn't look like they're prepared for a bunt, so good part on Diaz's part to kind of throw that out there and keep it in the back of their minds.
I mean, there's only one out exactly.
And there goes Verrett. The throw from Enriquez cut off. And here's the throw from Verduzco. Corral is out of there.
It's a great play by Skyline there. Good throw by Enriquez down to second and even a better heads-up play. Getting the ball back into home to erase that run.
Yeah, you saw Corral jump as soon as Verrett was called safe at second. Just, you know, Enriquez just a block right there.
Corral unable to get under the tag. So 2 out now. Verrett at second as Flowers does a curveball. Able to block it is Enriquez.
And you know that pitch that was thrown when Brett stole second was just a great pitch for Enriquez to throw on too. Like if you can have it anywhere, it'd be right there.
Absolutely.
Verduzco just cut that off. It was high and away from him, but nice transfer, quick hands, and able to throw a nice ball on over to Enriquez to get Corral.
As a heads-up fundamentals by Skyline with that.
So 2-2 the count, 2 out. Flowers looking to put away Diaz. Breaking ball once again, bodied up. Enriquez is having his work cut out for him.
And good job by Diaz. Sticking in there and battling to a full count.
Find a way on, put 2 on, and then RBI, 2 RBI situation possibly for Chenard on deck. Had that triple last time up as Flowers throws a curveball and misses. So that'll put Diaz on the walk with Chenard on his way up.
That was a great take by Diaz and just a great at-bat overall to just get on. So Chenard can have the opportunity to do what he did last with the triple.
Yeah, Diaz I think I got away with a little one there. That was a hitter's ball, so to speak. I know Skyline was definitely looking for that to be called a third strike.
Big looping breaking ball. Diaz catches a break, and that'll bring up Chenard here. First pitch inside, 1-0. Solis out there in right, playing shallow, as we now have a mound visit. So Chenard looking to get the Falcons another run in Verrett. And you wonder, do you guys think that was too aggressive from the Falcons with the stolen base?
I absolutely do. It would have been nice to stay, keep Corral on third. The stolen base itself from first to second, that's great. That's good heads up, kind of aggressive base running. But I think if you're on third and you're Corral in that position, you don't want to lose your position on third and getting out for your team in that situation, being down 6-4.
I mean, entirely changes the inning because you could have had a second and third, 1 out. Diaz, if he did end up working in the walk, bases loaded for Chenard, maybe puts a little bit more pressure on Flowers and the defense of Skyline.
Absolutely. It changes the dynamic of the inning for the Falcons up on offense.
Fastball low, 2-0.
I think Corral was, for me personally, I think he did what he did was, I feel like he did what he did was right. It was aggressive, but it was in the moment needed because you are down 6-4, and it is the 4th inning. Granted, you wish you were safe there, but you kind of have to be aggressive because runs are scarce right now.
I agree. You do have to be aggressive, but you also have to be smart.
Baseball smart, exactly.
And that was a great throw by Enriquez down to second, and even a better heads-up play from Verduzco. But when you're on third in that position, you want to maybe take a few steps and see where the throw goes down to second, but you don't want to commit and run without knowing if the ball gets passed or not.
Yeah, definitely know. I can see why he was being aggressive, but I agree with you. You kind of have to take a step back. Not step back, but you have to think, was that throw good enough for me to be safe at home where he wasn't? Yeah. So I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. But you know what? It is early in the game, so hopefully the Falcons can rebound from that. And, hey, we're not out of the inning yet. Still got runner on first and second, 2 outs. See what we can do here.
So Chenard fouls the fastball out of play, able to stay alive. 2-2 the count.
Whoever's on main camera right now, heads up, because that was coming right for you. Oh, Josh Kinder, veteran over here. He knows not to flinch.
He probably caught it.
The 2-2. Fastball driven into left center. Back goes Keelan. Track. Wall. Off the wall. And here comes Diaz. Chenard on his way to third. So a 2 RBI triple, and that brings the Falcons tied up.
And that erases what happened at home plate with Corral, just like that.
Way to pick up your players and take advantage of some good hitting right there.
2 triples and 2 at-bats. Fantastic.
Up to the plate.
That's something unheard of.
Yeah.
And 2 straight at-bats.
Denning.
So Falcons able to tie the game up RBI triple from Jorge Chenard, and now Jared Denning with the RBI opportunity here with 2 out.
Yeah, prior to this game, Jorge Chenard had 9 at-bats and was hitting .444. You know that average is way high now with those 2 triples.
As Denning hits that right side over Pleasure at first base, and the Falcons will take the lead. Denning on his way to second, and he's heading to third. Here's the throw from Verduzco, and he's in there, so an RBI triple for the Falcons as they take the lead 7-6.
Back-to-back triples, that's exactly what you want to see. And that's exactly what you want to see with Jared Denning specifically. Kind of in the beginning of the season, kind of slumping. You know, not really the Jared Denning that we're used to, but as of late, he's been just better and better, and we like to see this triple from Jared Denning.
Nathan.
And look at this replay with Jared Denning in his triple.
A great piece of hitting, and it happened to find the right field corner right down the line. Defense set up for Skyline wasn't ready for that one.
And you know he was thinking third all the way, too. As soon as he saw the ball touch the ground, heading towards the corner.
Yeah, it was kind of a race between he and Solis, who could get going faster, and Denning came out on top on that one.
So Nate Gutierrez looking to add to the Falcons' lead. They're up 7-6. Doubled his last time up into left center. The breaking ball from Flowers in the dirt.
Yeah, I like Gutierrez staying into DH, even though he's pulled from the game pitching wise. He's been able to contribute at bat so far today.
So Denning at third. Outfield playing straight up. Fastball in the dirt, 2-1.
And you like to see Gutierrez still in the game because it shows him that he's a type of team player. He didn't really have the best outing on the mound, but he's still going to be in the box and help his team as much as possible.
Absolutely. Good way to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to get a fastball here, breaking ball. 3-1 the count. Kyle Krebs on deck for the Falcons as Verduzco. Quick little chat with Flowers on the mound.
Yeah, Flowers wants to be careful here. Wow, pitch will increase the lead for the Falcons.
Yeah, a lot of curveballs in the dirt from Flowers. And anything that's been up and in the zone has been hit. This inning especially. So the 3-1 to Gutierrez. Breaking ball once again. Finds it. So I'll bring it to a full count.
Enriquez has been a wall, though, back there. Anything that's in the dirt, he's been on it just like that, pouncing on it. So, like you said, Flowers needs to be careful. But if you have Enriquez back there, you kind of have that confidence that he's going to block anything that's in the dirt.
The 3-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. So that'll be a walk for Gutierrez. And Kyle Krebs on his way up.
Up to the plate.
Big at bat here for Krebs.
Number 20, Kyle Krebs.
Runners on first and third, 2 out. Let's see if he can increase this lead.
And with that, we have a pitching change for Skyline. So that'll do it for Flowers. Had a good first inning of work, and the fourth just ran away from him as the Falcons able to score 3 in the inning and take the lead.
You know, with Kyle Krebs, like you said, having the runners on the corner for him with 2 outs, you kind of want that pressure. You want to be that guy that's up there with, in this situation, 2 outs. It's you're up by 1. You want to have that more insurance run. So I feel like Kyle Krebs can definitely capitalize right now.
Yeah, I agree. You know, his defense out there and right is been great, and it'd be nice to see his offense to kind of catch up a little bit and give him some confidence moving forward.
Yeah, the new pitcher, number 18, Bismarck Hernandez, freshman, standing 5'10", 165 pounds out of El Camino.
Yeah,
warming up out there.
Hernandez, 6.35 ERA in 5 appearances, 5 and 2/3 innings of work with a 318 opponent batting average.
That's those are good signs for Krebs stepping in here against him.
1 for 2 with the single and an RBI today. You always want to translate your previous at-bat, if it's positive, of course, to your at-bat right now. Great inning, though, thus far for the Falcons with a triple by Chinar and then Denning to knock in those runs.
Back-to-back triples. Don't see that too often, as well as Chinar with back-to-back triples in his last 2 at-bats. So first and third, Denning at third, Gutierrez at first. Falcons lead this game 7-6 in the bottom of the 4th.
Krebs steps in.
The pitch from Hernandez. Fastball in the dirt.
Ramon Enriquez has been impressive today with his defense. Not much gets past him, not much gets by him. And has already shown a great arm down to second, too. Let's see if the Falcons put that same kind of pressure on him again, this time around with runners on first and third.
Fastball finds the zone, 1-1.
Nate Gutierrez on first right now, very aggressive. You kind of have to be, like Steven said, put the pressure on the catcher so that he has to make those mistakes. So then Falcons can, like we've said all game, capitalize on him.
Check on over to Gutierrez. Able to get back.
I'm not too sure I'd put my money on Enriquez making any mistakes up behind the dish.
Yeah, thus far in the game, he hasn't really made any mistakes. Has actually made some highlight reel.
Swing and a miss on the curveball from Krebs. Just missed that one as he's down 1-2. As Krebs calls time. Maybe throw off the rhythm of Hernandez out there on the mound. Massetti playing just off the bag at second, leaving that 3-4 hole wide open for Krebs to take advantage of. See if he does it here. The 1-2. Fastball away. Catches him looking, and that'll end the inning. Falcons able to take the lead. 3 hits with the 3 triples in the inning. 2 walks, 3 runs, and no errors. As after 4 full innings, Falcons 7, Trojans 6.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
Ramon Enriquez, catcher for the Trojans, will lead it off in the top of the 5th. The Falcons just took the lead in the bottom half of the 4th. 7-6 ball game. 4, 5, and 6 for the Trojans. Looking to tie this game up once again. First pitch gets away from Denning for a ball.
Let's see how Yancey pitches to Enriquez here. With only a 1-run lead, you got to be smart, maybe not too aggressive.
Can't leave anything up in the zone to Enriquez. The 1-0, 2-0. And it looks like the Falcons are doing just that, keeping the ball low and away.
Like you said, you have to be aggressive, but you can't be stupid up there. You have to know your hitter.
Yeah, make smart decisions.
3-0 the count.
And right now it looks like the smart decision is keeping the ball down low to Enriquez and not letting him get the chance to tie it up.
At the end of the day, if you walk him, you walk him. That just means he didn't do any damages against you, and you turn a double play and get him off.
Whoa, 3-1 the count as Yancey throws a fastball in there. Surprised Enriquez didn't have the green light on the 3-0.
Yeah, that was a great pitch by Yancey. It was straight, but it wasn't fast.
As a 3-1 driven left side, just foul.
You know, anything he hits, you're just gonna be on the edge of your seat, thinking that's gonna go over that fence over there.
Yeah, it was a great stroke by Enriquez and only foul by maybe 7 feet.
Yeah, just about knee high on that one. If that was belt high, I think we would have seen that go over the 330 sign and left.
Yeah, I agree.
So 3-2 the count. See what Yancey throws here. Fastball at the letters, popped up. Caparelli has room battling the sun and does make the play for the first out.
Yeah, great play by Connor there, shielding his eyes and sticking with it and able to make the catch.
Yeah, as the game gets later, the shadows are starting to come and play.
So the Falcons able to catch a break with Enriquez popping out to Caparelli. So I'll bring up DH Vito Ferranti, who walked his last time up as he drives the first pitch fastball right side out of play. The 0-1 from Yancey. In there for a strike.
That was a great pitch right there.
Looked like had a little bit of a movement on it. Don't know if that was a fastball, maybe a cutter.
Looked like a little bit of a cutter that
yeah,
was a little high in the zone. Great pitch by Yancey.
0-2 the count now. Danning sets up outside. Fastball outside for a ball. See if Yancey throws the breaking ball here.
See if that fastball sets up an off-speed pitch.
The 1-2. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. So Ferranti down looking. And that'll bring up right fielder Carlos Solis.
I think Ferranti was also looking for something, maybe a little off speed.
Great bounce back inning for John Yancey right now, getting these 2 outs. And the last one's looking.
Yeah, it looked like Ferranti, like you said, Steven, wasn't looking for the fastball. Might have been looking for the breaking ball there. He was caught on his heels. The 1-0 to Solis. Fastball inside, 2-0.
It's great chemistry between Denning and Yancey out there.
And you like to see that, Yancey being the freshman and Denning being the sophomore. You like to see that kind of relationship between them.
I agree.
Ground ball fouled left side. 2-1 the count now. Solis flew out to Verrett back in the third. Struck out looking in the second, his first time up. The 2-1. Fastball driven off the glove of Corral. And Diaz fields it, throws on over. Caparelli gets pulled off from the throw.
That was just a line drive to Corral's glove right there. It looked like he almost hit on the heel of his glove, just, bounced out. But great backup by Diaz and a strong throw, just a little late.
Yeah, way to stick with it for Roberto Diaz at short. Backing up Corral at third and making a good throw over to first, just wasn't in time.
Yeah. Nothing much you can do if you're a Corral, too. You got to the ball, or the ball got to you, but like I said, hit off the heel of your hand.
Fastball swung on a miss from Massetti.
Yeah, that ball was struck well by Solis. Good job of Corral being able to knock it down, keep it from going into left.
1-1 the count now. As Caravante is playing more up the middle with that right side left wide open.
Yeah, see if Trojans are hoping Mazzetti can maybe take advantage of that. Move Solis over to third.
Yeah, ground ball hit right side. It's an automatic send him on.
Yeah,
send him on over to third.
Absolutely.
Phil Anderson is on deck. Fastball just gets a piece of it. Evens up the count 2-2.
You like to see Solano get out of this right now and keep the momentum in their back pocket instead of giving it over to the Trojans.
Yeah, it's a big moment here for Yancey.
See what Yancey can do here. The 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed as he sets down Mazzetti for the final out. Great bounce back inning for John Yancey coming out of the bullpen. And that'll leave the Falcons here in the bottom half of the fifth with Caparelli, Caravantes, and Corral.
Aaron Corral, thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Connor Caparelli will lead it off for the Falcons. The bottom of the fifth.
First baseman.
Hernandez still out on the mound for the Trojans.
Caparelli.
7-6 ball game.
Absolutely. I think it's important for the Falcons here to put some insurance runs up there. A one-run lead is not safe in this game.
First pitch. Fastball low at the shins of Caparelli. And yeah, as you were saying, Steven, one-run lead is never good enough, especially in college ball. I mean, in any type of ball. MLB, especially changeup right there, swung on and missed. You always want to add those insurance runs, especially for the Falcons this year. They've had the lead late into the ball game, and it just always seems like the seventh inning is the haunting one.
Yeah, it's you got to protect those leads. Try to keep things going positively for your team. And back and forth of this game, one-run lead is not safe at all.
Especially in this game when we've seen anything can happen on a dime. So like you said, a one-run game can be just a tie game at this point.
So 1-2 the count to Caparelli. Change up low. 2-2.
It was a good eye by Caparelli on that pitch. Didn't miss by much.
The 2-2. Breaking ball. Just gets a piece of his Caparelli. Pledger has room on the right side and able to make the play for the first out.
That was just a great play over there. Because this isn't his home field, so he's not really used to these kind of dimensions. So getting over there against the wall, knowing where he's at, and making the play.
Yeah, Pledger was battling sun, shadow, dugout.
13.
Teammates.
Teammates still able to come up with a great play.
And here's a replay of it.
Not much
There
room
we
there
go.
for Pledger to deal with. Great play.
As Gabe Caravantes takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Caravantes flew out to right field his last time up. Also has a walk on the day. Fastball swung on and missed.
Healthy rip right there. Caravantes going batting glove-less, both them in his back pocket. So he's not wearing any on his hands, but he has them in his back pockets just in case.
For base running, as Caravantes singles past the shortstop Verduzco.
Yeah.
So Caravantes with a nice single, and that'll bring up Aaron Corral.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there by Gabe, being able to find the gap.
10, Aaron Corral.
In the infield. Now it looks like he'll be able to put those batting gloves to use for his sliding.
Yeah, I don't think they were just for show. Although, it does look like it now, as he's not pulling them out of his back pocket. Doing a little bit of a Cespedes
I like it.
look.
I think Cespedes forgets they're there.
Yeah, I think Cespedes has them on, and then he has them in his back pocket, too.
He has them on. He has 2 pairs in his back pocket. Okay?
2 pairs?
Yes. You didn't see the game where he had literally 2 pairs in his back pocket, 1 in each pocket. Please don't disrespect my man, okay? If you're going to get it right.
Wow, so odd. Feel attacked.
Welcome back to Fairfield.
As Corral hits that out the end of the bat, that falls in for a base hit.
Great to see Corral get that base hit after the inning where he was thrown out at home. Just great to see back-to-back consistent hits from the Falcons and moving up the lineup.
Center fielder. Number
So
3.
top of the order we go. Isaiah Verrett looking to keep it going.
Falcons threatening to do some damage here. The 1 out, runners first and second.
With back-to-back singles. Outfield seems to be playing shallow. Middle of the infield playing double play depth as Verrett shows bunt, but ball gets past Enriquez. So that'll set up second and third now. Double play out of the picture.
That's something we haven't seen Enriquez do all game. He's usually been that wall back there blocking everything that's gone in front of him in the dirt. So seeing that was honestly kind of a surprise.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for the pitch to kind of short hop him up, and it didn't. It stayed down on him and was able to get through the wickets there.
The wickets. I like that. I'm going to steal it.
As that'll draw the infield in. Verrett looking for something up in the zone here. Fastball swung on and missed. 1-1. So the 1-1 to Verrett. Breaking ball. Hit left side foul. 1-2. Big thing here is Corral getting a nice lead over at second. Anything hit into the outfield, you'd at least want the possibility of him scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Verrett here take advantage with a nice piece of hitting over this shallow infield.
The 1-2 fastball out of the zone, 2-2.
Yeah, good eye there by Isaiah. That pitch wasn't out by far.
Verrett looking to stay alive, get something into play. Drive in Caravantes for an insurance run. His breaking ball gets away from Enriquez right in front of the Solano dugout, so that'll score Caravantes. 8-6 Falcons.
And just like that, like we've been saying all game, anything can happen. And especially when the other team are making those errors, the Falcons have proven to themselves that they can capitalize on them and ensure the runs.
Yeah, I think
Drive
that
in
pitch just got away
Caravantes
from
for an
Flowers
insurance
there a
run.
little bit.
Breaking ball gets
But
away
good
from
effort by
Enriquez. Right in front.
Try to stay in front of that. It's just the pitch is a little too far down and in.
As breaking ball rings up Verrett.
He thought that was a ball.
That was in tight, but looked like it got just a piece of the corner for strike 3.
Looked like he might have leaned into it on his way to first. And umpire didn't like that.
And yeah, umpires don't like being showing up. And even if you don't think you're showing them up, if you drop the bat like that, and then you're just before the call's even being made.
Yeah, there was a lean there. I'm not sure if it was done to show up intentionally, but definitely a pitcher's strike for strike 3.
So 2 out now. Roberto Diaz looking to extend the inning, driving Corral over there at third. Outfield playing normal depth now, not playing in as Diaz fouls the fastball.
Yeah, see what Diaz can do here.
One to Diaz. Looked like a changeup. Pulled the string on him on that one. 1-2. And Hernandez is looking to get out of the inning.
Yeah, it looked like Diaz's eyes got big on that pitch, and he just got out in front of it.
Nice changeup from Hernandez. See if we see a breaking ball here. No, we see the fastball. For a ball, 2-2. Once again, Deuce is wild. Diaz looking for a fastball to add a little bit of insurance for the Falcons. He does. Gets out the end of the bat. Here comes Bartolom on over to first to end the inning. So Falcons score 1 on the pass ball from Enriquez. 8-6 ball game heading in to the top of the 6th. Welcome back as Phil Anderson will lead it off here in the top of the 6th. Falcons lead 8-6. Trojans looking to get back into this game, tie it up. The 0-1. 1-1.
And see if Yancey can stay aggressive in this inning and stay on top of the Trojans. And looking for a quick inning here.
Yeah, great to see Yancey still out here. You know, the first inning was kind of shaky, but then he redeemed himself quickly in the last inning. And like you said, hopefully can be aggressive and redeem himself once again here in the top of the 6th.
Two and one. Fastball fouled back into the netting. Outfield playing straight up. Defense overall playing straight up as the infield's doing the same. Yancey with the 2-2 here. We'll see what he throws. Breaking ball. Hit onto right field. Krebs battling the sun. under it and makes the catch.
Yeah, great defense there by Krebs, being able to track the ball, battle the sun. The wind's died down, so that's not much of a factor this afternoon, but great job by Krebs to stay underneath it.
Yeah, Krebs has significantly improved, especially from when he was playing with the Rockhounds this past summer. Defense wasn't really his forte, but this year is completely different with all the plays he's made thus far.
As we have a pinch hitter for the Trojans and Mitchell Swanson. Down 0-1. Fastball again fouled back, out of play. Down 0-2.
Swanson only hitting an 0.74. Let's see what he can do here against John Yancey.
He gets a fastball, but over to Diaz, fields it cleanly to Caparelli for the second out.
It's great to get these first 2 outs quickly like this for John Yancey.
Yeah, it'll be great if the Falcons can get back out on offense and add to this lead.
Every time I say John Yancey, I just feel like I'm saying like a professional baseball player's name. John Yancey.
Shows bunt is Verduzco. Fouls it.
He's looking like a professional pitcher out there right now.
Definitely. Man, you should have seen him. You were here, right, when he threw that that no-hitter into almost the 7th inning? Fantastic,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Home opener. It's a great game. Just got away from the Falcons.
It's important, just, you know, even if you don't have the outing go the way you would like it to take something positive from it and, you know, move on into the season. It looks like Yancey has done that.
Fastball off the hands of Verduzco. Down 0-2. Yancey looking for a quick inning here, 1-2-3.
Yeah, prior to this game, Yancey pitched 13 innings and had 11 Ks. That just shows you the kind of strikeout machine he is. Exactly like this.
Fastball caught looking is Verduzco to end the inning. So great inning for Yancey as he sets him down 1-2-3. Falcons looking to add in the bottom of the 6th.
My name is Horace Chenart, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
My name is Jared Denning. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Jorge Chenart will lead it off in the bottom of the 6th.
Left fielder.
Had that big 2 RBI triple
Jorge Chenart.
his last time up. Looking to make it 3 for the day.
That'd be something if he just hits a triple right now.
First pitch out of the zone. As Anderson out in center just took about 10 steps to his right, playing that left center gap where Chenart's hit both of his triples. 2-0 the count.
Schnart looking to add to his day here and get on. Lead off for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 6th.
Gets a fastball right to Anderson in center field for the first out.
Yeah, great defensive placement right there by the Trojans. Well hit by Schnart, but right at Phil Anderson out there in center.
And I don't know if you guys saw that. Anderson, when he caught the ball, he did a windup, and then he kind of went back and kind of just lobbed it in. I think that arm's killing him out there in center field.
There has to be some type of explanation from what we saw earlier, where he kind of tossed the ball to Keelan over there. Well, for the sake of him, I hope it's nothing too serious, you know, that he can't throw or anything like that.
Definitely a liability if a ball is hit over his head in center field.
Absolutely.
And you wonder at that point, I mean, say Denning hits a bomb, you know, 400 to the fence. What do you do if you're Anderson?
You pray that Denning doesn't hit a bomb.
Fastball catches the inside part of the plate. Denning disagrees with that one, but a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Fastball driven right side, foul, but a nice rip from Denning. Looking to straighten that out.
Yeah, Denning seeing the ball well right here. Just turned on that pitch just a little too much.
Had that nice RBI triple on that fastball. He also turned on last time up. Yeah, anything thrown inside to Denning, if you're a pitcher, you're hoping he doesn't swing, because it could be hitting that 330 sign out in right field as he fouls this one into the stands.
There's some fans that try to reach out and get the ball. I'm the one that runs the other way.
Scared of a baseball so hard? Really?
I like it when the players give it to me. I don't like when it's hit toward me.
With their name on it?
Yeah. A little signature.
The 2-2-2 Denning. Change up in the dirt. Brings it to a full count. Gutierrez on deck. Krebs in the hole. 3-2. What do you think he throws Denning here?
Fastball in.
Fastball at the letters. Denning able to get a piece of that. Foul that out of play.
Might have helped if I would have looked at Enriquez on my prediction and seen that he was set up on the outside part of the plate. Good job by Denning to stay alive in this at-bat.
There's the inside part. The pitch. Swung on, hit on over to Massetti. Bobbles it at second and unable to recover from it. So that'll be an E4 on the play and also on the throw.
Great job by Denning to stick with it. You know, a lot of times you don't hustle as hard as you're going to on a ball hit to second, but Denning stuck with it and was able to end up on second base out of that error by Massetti.
Gutierrez.
Yeah, it looked like Massetti, as soon as he realized he committed that error, that he wanted to recuperate faster than he should have. You know, maybe took his time just a little bit, because Denning isn't really the fastest cat on the Falcons. So maybe he had a little bit more time than he thought.
Yeah, rushed it just a little bit and wasn't able to make a good throw over to first.
So that'll bring up Gutierrez as Enriquez has a nice block.
Yeah, great dig by Enriquez. A pitch down and in the dirt. Enriquez came up with it ready to throw.
So Denning reaches on the 2-error play from Massetti at second. Gutierrez looking to drive in Denning. Change up, catches the outside part of the plate for a strike.
Great pitch there by Hernandez.
Hernandez doing a good job so far and changing speeds, working both inside and outside part of the plate. The pitch to Gutierrez, swung on and missed. Looked like a cutter, a breaking ball of some sort.
Yeah, it looked like the bottom fell right out of that pitch. Hernandez has been solid for the Trojans here since he came into the game.
Looking to keep that up, hold the Falcons to nothing in this inning. 1-2 to Gutierrez, right back to Hernandez. Now they got Denning in a pickle. Run him over. They're trying to get Gutierrez over to second. We'll see. Denning gets actually tagged out, going back to second. So fielder's choice. And that'll be 2 down.
Yeah, great all-around defense there by the Trojans. First Hernandez being able to spear that grounder back up the middle, and then the heads-up play to look over and catch Denning halfway between second and third instead of just assuming he was going to stay on second and make the play over at first. Always want to keep your eye on that lead runner, see where they're going, and great play by Hernandez.
Yeah, like you said, great heads-up play by Hernandez just to know where Denning was instead of just assume.
Krebs grounds out. Great play from Bartolom on over to Swanson to end the inning.
That was a fantastic play.
Gold glove by Kaimana there on third.
See there on the replay.
Ooh.
Completely dove.
Manny
spread
Machado,
out.
who?
Great play to end the inning.
Kaimana Arenado.
Okay.
Trojans look to even this back up in the top of the 7th.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
it's more than just sports. It's an education.
Joey Pledger will make his way to the box.
You know what, Steven? I'm just letting you know you're going to have to make sure you have all 3 rings because one of them might disappear. It might go into my backpack. Maybe. We don't know.
First pitch to Pledger. Hit on left. Back goes Chenard. Track wall and out of here. So first pitch swinging for Pledger. Gets a fastball he likes and cuts the lead down for the Falcons 8-7.
That was impressive piece of hitting there by Joey Pledger.
And he trotted around those bases quickly, too.
Gets a fastball right down the pipe. Takes full advantage of it, and Chenard knows he had no chance on that one.
Looks like Yancey misses location just a little high. That's why it's always important to get those insurance runs and start adding to your lead to every chance you get.
Now, Bartolom hits that in the 5-6 gap between Diaz and Corral. So man on first, and now catcher Ramon Enriquez, the go-ahead run at the plate.
Looks like Skyline's taking a little bit of that momentum from that nice defensive play by Kaimana in the previous half of the inning, and they're carrying it over into their offensive side, and looks like they're getting some stuff going here.
Oh, yeah, Kaimana Arenado / Machado / old Evan Longoria.
Can't say Machado anymore, though. You know, he's
shortstop.
Yeah, he's playing shortstop
right.
this year.
He's still one of the best third basemen, even when he's playing short.
So no out still for the Falcons. And Yancey has a big test in Enriquez at the plate. Bartolom tying run at first here in the top of the 7th. Yancey sets, delivers. First pitch fastball finds the zone. 0-1.
I'm expecting we're going to see some aggressive base running here from Skyline. They've been aggressive once they get on the base, on the bases all day today. It looks like it's going to continue.
Looks like the game plan for Enriquez is low, low, and more low.
That was off speed and low.
I mean, he's proven himself already.
Great job by Yancey. Thrown over to first and almost picking off Kaimana.
So Yancey sets. Gives a look. 2 to Kaimana over there at first and delivers a fastball for a strike. Enriquez, don't know if he was looking for a breaking ball there, but missed his opportunity for a fastball at the belt. One and 2 the count. See if Yancey delivers a breaking ball here. Fastball swung on and missed from Enriquez. So he is down on strikes, and Bartolom will move on over to second on the pass ball from Denning.
Yeah, Enrique's not happy with himself right now, going back into the dugout, throwing his helmet. I mean, I wouldn't be either swinging on a pitch like that.
Yeah, missed his, like I said, the opportunity. The fastball belt high. Don't know what he was thinking on that one. That was his pitch.
Yeah, I think he was looking for something off speed there, and was taking a little off balance in his swing.
And then ends up swinging at the fastball of all pitches in the dirt, which is the one pitch you never see swung on. Just because it's the easiest pitch to pick up, but
yeah,
down in the zone.
Yeah, I think he had his mind made up. He was going to swing regardless of what the pitch was looking like, and kind of got stuck in between.
Yeah, cheating on a curveball, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Looks like we got some action in the Solano bullpen.
It looks like the Falcons are trying to buy some time. Not sure who's out there quite yet.
Right-handed pitcher. Tan glove.
So
wearing
all of them, right?
a Solano jersey.
I cannot read the white numbers on these camouflage uniforms.
Yeah.
Good-looking uniforms by the Falcons, but it makes it a little difficult to read out there in the shadows.
I was going to make a joke earlier about, I only see legs out there because camouflage. I didn't. It was too early,
Legs
know?
and gloves?
Legs and gloves.
That looks like Jordan Chana warming up for the Falcons.
But I get what you're saying. With this blue fence and this blue camo.
They blend in, Steven.
They do.
Fastball off the fist of Ferranti. 0-1. And excuse me, we do have a pinch hitter for the Trojans, Nick Healy.
I want to say that might be Jordan Chana out there in the bullpen for the Falcons. It's very well camouflaged. It's hard to tell from here.
The 0-1 to Healy. Fastball just saved from Denning. That ball almost got away from him.
Yeah, great play there by Denning. Nick Healy in, looking to see if they can tie the game up.
Fastball misses outside.
The insurance run proven to be really well for the Falcons right now, and hopefully John Yancey can end the inning with the lead still in their favor.
See what Yancey can do here. The 2-1. Fastball misses. 3-1. You wonder if Salampa has a short leash on Yancey. If he walks Healy here, give Chana the nod in the bullpen.
Yeah. Maybe Yancey's last batter either way.
I think so, too.
With only one out here in the inning, you don't want to let Skyline tie the game up or even fall behind.
As Yancey
did well. Yeah, he did well to take his foot off the rubber before switching over.
So 3-1 the count. Bartolom over there at second, taking a conservative lead. And Healy with the hitter's count, 3-1, looking for a fastball. Finds it, but fouls it out of play.
Good job from Yancey, though, to keep an eye on Bartolom over there. Sometimes you kind of forget about the runner on second, focus more on the hitter. But good job to keep him on his feet.
Yancey sets, looks, and delivers. Fastball fouled back into the netting.
It's okay, Sawad. Wasn't quite going to get us.
There's netting right in front of us, right?
One day it's going to go through and hit you in the head, and I'm going to laugh. Because you're going to keep saying there's netting.
I mean,
it's going to happen.
I highly doubt a ball is going to go through the netting, so I'll put money on that. The 3-2 from Yancey. Fastball, once again, fouled right back.
It's just a reaction to a flinch. It's like if someone's going to swing at your face, you're going to, like, block it. You know, it's like reaction.
Not Kobe.
Just let me live, guys. Come on.
It's a great game here. Solano looking to get out of the inning with the lead, with only one out here, runner on second.
Fastball just misses. That'll bring up the Carlos Solis, right fielder for the Trojans. First and second, double play opportunity now, and Salampa's leaving Yancey out there. Maybe getting a little bit more time for Chana.
This game kind of reminds me of the game we did, I want to say last spring, where it was like 10-9 and then 11-11 and 12-14. It was just back and forth. It was like 15 innings. I've tried to repress it as much as possible. Very traumatic game to call. But a very back and forth game thus far. And, you know, I'm used to seeing a lot of pitchers duel because we used to have, like, you know, Carson Haas, like those pitcher kind of guys. Not really this type of game, so it's good to see right now.
Yeah, I agree. For Solano and for Skyline to be putting up some good runs and being aggressive on offense and showing some good defense. It's been a great game to be out here. Watch.
As a breaking ball misses outside, evens up the count at 1-1. Yancey with his work cut out for him. At the top of the 7th, Trojans looking to tie this game up at 8.
Be good for Yancey. Just stay focused on Solis. Kind of block everything else out and just concentrate on the batter.
The pitch. Fastball hit into right field. Under it is Krebs battling the sun, able to make the play for the second out.
Yeah, great play by Krebs. And good heads up getting the ball back into the infield before the runners get tagged.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a minute since the ball was hit out to the outfield and to Krebs, so great heads up for him to throw it in quickly. I've seen a lot of players where they forget how many outs there are or like where they're at in the game and, like, you know, kind of eat the ball.
We have a pinch hitter for the Trojans, Andrew Kennedy for Tony Massetti. Kennedy looking to tie this game up. 133 average in 6 games played so far in the season. Fastball misses. Don't know where, but want to know.
I feel like your inner pitcher is just going to come out one of these days and you're just going to lose it.
I don't know, so maybe so. Some of these calls.
Borderline.
Very, very borderline. Fastball that one finds the zone. Okay. 1-1.
Yeah, it's important, you know, even if you get a call that you may or may not agree with all the time, you just shake it off and gotta push forward. Can't go back and change it.
The 1-1 fastball swung on and missed from Kennedy.
Great pitch there by Yancey.
One-two. Yancey looking to get out of this inning after the home run from Joey Pledger to lead off the inning. Yancey sets. Gives a look over to Diaz. The pitch. Fastball. For a ball. 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. Don't want to get it a full count. That will send the runners in motion. So this is a big pitch here for Yancey.
Yeah, definitely do or die moment right here.
The 2-2. Fastball, ground on over to Corral. Fields it cleanly. Goes the easy way to Caravantes to end the inning. So the Trojans add 1 to cut the lead to 8-7 on the home run by Joey Pledger. Falcons looking to add some insurance in the bottom of the half.
Hey fellas, this is Kyle Krebs, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back. New pitcher for the Trojans. Number 15, Sean Craig, will make his 6th appearance on the
First
season.
baseman, number 29,
6.97 ERA in 10 1/3 innings, going along with a 300 opponent batting average against him. Looking to keep this deficit the Trojans are at right where it is. Caparelli takes a first pitch for a strike. Breaking ball in the dirt.
The 7th inning was kind of an Achilles heel for the Falcons the last couple games we broadcasted, so it was good to see them get out of the inning unscathed.
Caparelli takes a ball, 2-1. And yeah, I mean, for all the viewers out there, the 7th inning, Pledger leads off the top of the 7th with a home run. You think, uh-oh,
yep,
the wheels are falling off. But Yancey, great job in keeping his composure out there on the mound and keeping the damage limited, like you said, unscathed. Caparelli takes a pitch for a strike, 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled back out of play. Big hole out there in right center for Caparelli to take advantage of. Maybe get a fastball on the outside part of the plate. The pitch. Fastball outside. Brings it to a full count. Caravantes on deck for the Falcons.
Yeah, great to see him get on base right now and just keep the lineup moving.
The 3-2. Fastball. Fouled right side out of play. As Caparelli is able to stay alive. I like the flow of the hair that Craig's got going on. Almost looks like a mullet out there. Fastball hit on right over Bartolom for a base hit.
Just got past everyone over there into left field.
So Caparelli able to get his second base hit on the day.
Second baseman, number 13.
Now Caravantes looking to do the same
Caravantes.
as he singled his last time up.
This is the type of rally that the Falcons really need. You know, just get someone on, and then even if it has to be small ball, just move him in for an out. You got to do what you got to do to get more insurance runs.
As he does show a bunt, bunts that right side, bobbles it, and gets on. Excuse me. That'll be a sacrifice bunt for Caravantes.
Third baseman, number 10, Aaron Corral.
Now Aaron Corral will look to move Caparelli over, if not score him.
And single and a triple. Just a double and a home run shy of a cycle.
Takes a first pitch fastball outside. Once again, that big hole on the right side. The pitch. And here's a back pick from Enriquez. Ooh. And nice play from Kennedy over there, jumping over Caparelli, but lands on his shoulder awkwardly as he's playing with it a little bit. And Caparelli is down.
Yeah, I think it was just an awkward slide back, kind of caught in between. I think hopefully just maybe the wind got knocked out of him. Nothing too serious.
Looks a bit shaken up. His trainers will head on out there, check on him.
Yeah, I think.
And here's a back pick from Enriquez.
Ooh, that's the
and
yeah.
Nice play from Ken.
Might
have hit his head.
I was thinking that because as soon as he touched the bag, he put his head down.
And Kennedy too on his shoulder.
Yeah, I was focusing on Kennedy because when he dove, he landed on his shoulder. I wasn't really focused on Caparelli. So hopefully Caparelli's okay as he's starting to get up.
Needed some help up there. We see Salampa's out there as well. Looks to be okay.
Yeah, telling the trainers he's good. I feel like Caparelli's the type of guy. He's gonna take a lot for him to come out the game. I think he just needed a minute to catch his breath.
So Caparelli is okay. 2-0 the count to Corral. Barrett on deck in the top of the order.
And it looks like Jordan Chana is still out in the bullpen warming up. Looks like it's going to be his game when it comes to the top of the 8th inning.
Kennedy holding Caparelli on at second. As Corral gets a fastball, fouls it off the end of the bat. 2-1. Corral looking for his third hit on the day. Has a triple and a single to account for as he takes a fastball out. 3-1.
This is a hitter's count right here. Looking only for his pitch.
Maybe get a fastball driving into center field. Put a lot of pressure on Anderson out there with his arm.
They're definitely playing him to pull, too.
Corral gets a fastball. Finds the zone for Craig. Full count. Caparelli with a conservative lead on second. Craig gives him a look. The pitch for a ball. So that'll set up a double play, at least for Craig and the Trojans, as Isaiah Verrett will look to drive in Caparelli.
Number 3, Isaiah Verrett.
Here with one out. Craig steps off. Caparelli at second, Corral at first. One out, 8-7 Falcons lead. Craig delivers. Big sweeping breaking ball. For a ball. As Bartolom is playing even with the bag at third, maybe with the bunt in the back of his head. 2-0 the count now.
I think Isaiah's going to show bunt. I don't think he's going to necessarily, bunt. With it being only a one-run game and runs being the way that they are right now.
Yeah, big insurance run for the Falcons at second. And Verrett gets a fastball, but fouls it back behind us in the booth, out of play. Diaz is on deck with Chenart in the hole. Craig sets and delivers. There go the runners. Double steal thrown over to second, and Corral is able to get in there. So double steal succeeds for the Falcons. Second and third, double play out of the picture.
Yeah, great to see Caparelli run over there too after that little incident that he had. Not sure if he was, really that hurt or not. Great to see him running.
It looked like Caparelli kind of stood up, did a little, couple steps, and then kind of started to get going. Lay, and that draws the infield in for the Trojans as Verrett works a walk. So that sets up the double play ball again, but bases loaded for Roberto Diaz.
Up to the plate, shortstop, number 5, Roberto Diaz.
Diaz looking for his first hit on the day, 0 for 2 with 2 walks, and on those 2 walks has 2 runs scored. Craig looking to hold it where it's at for the Trojans as he throws a first pitch fastball for a ball.
Yeah, the walk to Isaiah Verrett definitely livened up the dugout today.
Diaz looking to do the same as Craig's having trouble finding the strike zone this inning and throws a little chin music to Diaz. Almost knocks the helmet off of Diaz. So 2-0 the count. Craig doesn't want to get 3-0. Corners in, middle playing double play. Diaz probably taking a pitch here. does, and it's for a ball. So 3-0 the count, and Craig showing frustration up there on the mound.
I mean, I'd be frustrated too how the inning started with, you know, them being down by 1 right now. You never want to have the inning be 1 out, bases loaded.
Especially with a new reliever, you know, you
It's
want
like a
him in
fresh
there.
start almost, exactly.
You want him in there to hold it, not, you know, 3 on, bases loaded as he throws a strike.
Definitely a pitcher strike that was a little high.
Like a nice framing job from Enriquez behind the plate.
Besides that one pass ball that Enriquez let go by him, he's been great behind the plate today.
Phenomenal. As he throws a breaking ball for a strike, and Diaz will make his way back to the batter's box.
I thought the pitch before that was high. That one was even higher.
That was a high pitch indeed, so odd, and we'll see here on the replay. Questionable. Questionable.
I mean, every umpire is different. There's some high ball pitcher umpires, low ball umpires, but
all interpreted a different way as the 3-2 fastball finds the inside part of the plate. So Craig bounces back from the 3-0 to put down Diaz on strikes for the second out.
Frustrated Diaz. I mean, as he should be too. What you think was going to be ball 4, and with the walk coming in, instead now you just struck out.
So big opportunity for Chenard to add to his 3 RBI day already. As you see there, 2 triples, a walk drawn, and 2 runs scored. As he sees a first pitch curveball for a strike. Nice pitch from Craig.
And we're not used to seeing Chenard play, you know, every day. So it's great to see him getting the consistent at-bats. We're usually in left field, we're used to seeing Justin Brown, who has a day off today.
Yeah, Slamper going with the hot hand, and Chenard as he pops that right side in the Bermuda Triangle. Does it get down? It does indeed. Kennedy unable to make the play. Caparelli and Corral will score. Falcons extend their lead 10-7.
Like you said, that was a Bermuda Triangle, the triangle of death. Right when you see those 3 players converging together, it's no man's land. And here's a replay of that.
Right out the end of the bat.
Number 21.
And when, yeah, just like you said, so when you see those 3 going to the right field line, it's never a good sign.
Thankfully, it was in the favor of the Falcons.
And thankfully, no collisions out there.
Yeah.
So a 2 RBI single for Chenard, 3 hits and 5 RBIs on the day. So phenomenal day for Chenard as catcher Jared Denning looks to extend it. He's got himself a day as well. 2 RBIs, 2 hits, or excuse me, 3 RBIs. As the ball gets away from Enriquez, and here comes Verrett, and he's in there. So pass ball on Enriquez, having trouble, might have lost that in the shadows, but Verrett able to capitalize on it, puts the Falcons lead now to 11-7.
Second time the ball got past Enriquez, and the second time, and both times, excuse me, runners advanced from third to home. So Enriquez having a great game behind the plate, just those 2 incidents. Costly, too, for the Trojans.
Not what you wanted if you were Craig. As the breaking ball finds the inside part of the plate. That one was a bit questionable. Looked like it was close to Denning's back knee. Maybe the shadows are affecting the umpire as well. Looked like a changeup. Finds the zone. Catches Denning on his heels.
You know, at least with these pitches being called, at least they're being consistently called. You know, even if it's too high, as long as the umpire is consistently calling it too high.
Both sides, exactly.
Yeah.
As Denning calls time.
Because there's nothing worse than, like, an inconsistent umpire, especially in an at-bat, where the same pitch you just called a strike before is now a ball, or vice versa. Especially for a pitcher, too, because now he doesn't trust those zones.
The 1-2 to Denning. Above his head, 2-2. As you see, shadows are coming in and playing full effect at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. The sweeping breaking ball pulled foul. Craig's lucky. Denning turned on that too quickly and had a nice break to it. 2-2 the count. Chenart over there at second, as you see on the screen. Craig sets, delivers the 2-2 at Denning's head. That gets away from Enriquez. Chenart able to advance on the pass ball. Full count. Denning looking to drive in Chenart, make this a 12-7 ball game.
It just looks like the innings gone away from Sean Craig. Just losing his confidence on the mound.
Curveball, check swing. Denning somehow gets that to go foul. Gets a second life here. Denning's looking for that fastball to turn on that. We'll see if he gets it here. The 3-2 from Craig. Changeup outside. Denning draws a walk.
I mean, Denning being the big RBI power hitter he is, that's not a loss for Skyline. If you can't beat him at the plate, just give him the base instead of having him beat you.
11, Nathan Gutierrez.
Yeah, great job from Craig. Able to battle with Denning, but like you said, you have a couple bases to play with, and Denning being Solano's best hitter at 391 on the season. Close to 400 now with the 2 hits today. Smart move from Craig. First pitch fastball out of the zone. So runners on the corners now for the Falcons with Nate Gutierrez up at the dish.
Because at the end of the day, if you can't beat him, don't let him beat you. So that's what they did with Denning.
Perfectly said, Soad. Craig delivers the 1-0. Pulled the string on Gutierrez. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
It's been a long day for Gutierrez, who started on the mound, is hitting for himself, and still in the game in the 7th inning.
See if Gutierrez can get a single here. Looks at a breaking ball for a strike, 1-2. Kennedy's playing more towards the middle of the field over at second. The pitch. 2-2. That's Craig still looking to get out of this inning as he's given up 3 so far.
There looks like there's some type of action in the Trojan bullpen.
Fastball catches Gutierrez looking, and he doesn't agree with that, and that'll end the inning. So Falcons able to add 3, get a little bit of insurance, put them at 11-7 as the Trojans look to chip away. Not too much time left in the top half of the 8th. Jorna Chana will be the new pitcher for the Falcons. 5.40 ERA in 2 appearances so far in the 7 games for Solano, making his 3rd today. 3 1/3 innings pitched, and so far a .231 opponent batting average against them. So good piece out of the bullpen to hold this lead for the Falcons, looking to get win number 2 today.
Chana looking for that 6-out closing position right now.
First pitch from Chana, fastball down the middle for a strike. Anderson up there at the plate. 1 for 2 with a single, a run, and a sacrifice bunt in the 4th inning. Gets another fastball, swing and a miss. Quickly down 0-2. Now Chana has a couple pitches to work with. The 0-2 from Chana. Fastball swung on and missed. So for the first out, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Anderson.
That's how you want to start the game, especially if you're a new pitcher coming in, especially in the late innings right now in the 8th. Just get him out.
So that'll bring up Mitchell Swanson, who's over at first now. He shows bunt, pulls back, maybe draw in Corral over at 3rd. Sneak a hit past him as he does draw him in, even with the bag now. Shows bunt once again, pulls back. 2-0.
Chana working kind of faster than what I've seen throughout the game today.
Finds the zone on that one. 2-1. And yeah, a lot quicker than Gutierrez and Yancey. The 2-1. Fastball fouled back into the netting. Evens up the count.
He's very calm on the mound. Like, his presence is known almost. Like, he owns the mound and just chill out there.
They're really mellow.
Almost nonchalant-esque.
3-2. Yeah, I think nonchalant, but nonchalant in a good way.
Yeah, yeah. Not like that he doesn't care or anything.
Exactly.
But it's something that won't, things won't get to him.
Full count, ground ball, hit on over to Caravantes at 2nd. On over to Caparelli for the 2nd out. So that'll be scored a 4-3. As top of the order in Chaz Verduzco looking to extend the inning for the Trojans as Pledger is on deck. Verduzco takes a ball, check swing, and yes he did, says field umpire. And for those of you just tuning in, Pledger home run last inning. Fastball in the dirt, 1-1. In there for a strike. That almost looked like a cutter, slider, some kind of break as Verduzco turned on it thinking it was going to be inside at the least, but able to make its way back towards the middle of the plate for a strike. See what Chana throws here. 2-2.
Yeah, I could definitely appreciate how quickly he's working, too. Not only getting those 2 outs quickly, but getting the ball thrown back at him, going back on the mound, looking at Denning, getting the signs, and then throwing. I like that consistency in a pitcher.
Same thing every time. As Verduzco just gets a piece of it off the end of the bat, stays alive. And Chana up there on the mound almost, I mean, he just looks so mellow out there, so cool, calm, and collective.
Exactly. Even when he gets the balls back, he's just, it's funny to watch, but in a good way.
As breaking ball catches Verduzco looking to end the inning. So nice work from Chana as he gets a 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen, holds the lead where it's at, 11-7. Falcons looking to add more in the bottom half. Krebs, Caparelli, Caravantes.
Hi, I'm Jordan Chana, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Kyle Krebs making his way up to the plate, stepping in. We're going to add a little bit of insurance for the Falcons as we have new pitcher Eric Rocha. 4 appearances on the season, has yet to give up a run in 6 2/3 innings pitched. Does a first pitch for a ball. Krebs tries the fastball and gets past Verduzco as it hits off his glove. So that'll be an E6.
It looks like it hits the tip of his glove. Almost kind of like thinking of the play before actually getting the ball. Watching it get into your glove and securing it.
Too quick to handle for Verduzco. So Krebs gets on from the error, as you see here on the replay. Finds his fastball, drives it. And Verduzco took his eye off the ball, it looked like there. So Caparelli will step in, has a couple singles on the day. And gets a fastball, drives that into left field for a base hit. Krebs is on his way to third. He'll be instead of Caparelli to second. So a double for Connor Caparelli, his 3rd hit of the day.
Just a great way to start the inning. Get on base and then a double. Now we have runners in scoring position. No out here in the, 8th inning. And here's a replay of it. Just a great piece of hitting right there.
Changeup, it looked like a high changeup. And sped up Caparelli's bat. Gets a double out of it. So a 2 RBI opportunity for Gabe Caravantes. Caravantes looking for his 5th and 6th RBIs on the season. He takes a first pitch fastball at the knees for a strike.
Not necessarily how Rocha wanted his inning to start. Like we've been saying, when you're a new reliever coming into a fresh inning, you always want to get at least a first out to set the momentum. Instead, 2 on, no out.
So infield's in for the Trojans. Looking to cut down a run if necessary. As Caravantes fouls a fastball back into the netting. Outfield playing in. Ball hit out in center. Krebs has a high probability of scoring given the circumstance with Anderson's arm that we've seen. One and two the count.
Shadow's completely covering the infield right now.
Yeah, as you see Kennedy with his glove in front of his face, battling him. As Caravantes gets hit, and he's doing a little hobble to first as he gets right into the lower back.
You know what? He reacted better than how I would have. I'm just saying that right now.
Third baseman.
He's a replay of him getting hit. Ooh, like right underneath the number 1. He's doing a little dance.
That's a
definitely going to get made fun of when he comes back into the dugout.
Little gallop to first. So no out, bases loaded. Aaron Corral looking to do some damage here for the Falcons as he swings and misses on the first pitch fastball.
Two for 3 with a single, a triple, a walk, and a run.
The 0-1. Make that 0-2. Corral looking for something to drive in the outfield. Add another run as everyone in the infield is playing in and would come home. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. How about Corral having himself a pretty good day for it being his second start on the season?
Yeah, it's great to see him back.
Triple, a walk, and a single. As he fouls that to stay alive.
It almost feels like he hasn't even missed a beat, too. Just right where he left off.
Yeah, we saw him play last year a little bit.
Shortstop, too.
Shortstop, second, third. You know, kind of a utility in the infield. Even some outfield, as far as I remember. I think one of the corners, I think left field it was.
And I remember interviewing him for the Best Buy Player of the Day.
The 1-2 to Corral. 2-2 on the sweeping breaking ball. Krebs at third, Caparelli at second, and Caravantes at first. The 2-2. 3-2. Not what you want if you're Rocha up there on the mound.
There's nowhere else to put Corral.
Especially with no outs. Falcons could be looking to do a lot of damage here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. Fastball. Catches Corral looking, and he knew it for the first out. So that saves Rocha just a little bit to where a double play could get the Trojans out of the inning. So corners will still be in middle of the infield playing double play depth. As outfield stays put, trying to cut down that run at third if necessary. As Verrett hits a ball right side off the fist, under it is Swanson for the second out.
Verrett didn't know.
Verrett thought it was out of play.
Yeah. You can hear Coach Tyron Salampa right now telling Isaiah Verrett, you got to be better than that. Which I can see his frustrations with first pitch, not even knowing where the ball is.
Well, that and you're 1 out, bases loaded.
Yep.
A pitcher who's been struggling this inning out of the bullpen, and you swing on the first pitch fastball on your hands and don't even make solid contact.
And then and then you don't even know where it's at. Turn your back to the play.
Exactly. I mean, you wanna make them work up there on the mound. You know, maybe take even a couple pitches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put some pressure on him, make him pitch. So 2 out now. Diaz up 1-0. Gets a fastball in there for a strike. And if Rocha can get out of the inning without any damage, I'd say that's pretty impressive, to say the least.
Definitely. With the bases being loaded, no outs.
Fastball in there, just catches the black. 1-2. With the umpire strike zone today, Diaz has got to be swinging at anything close, especially in his last time up with the call that he had, and he swings and misses. So Rocha able to get out of the inning with no damage as the inning started off with bases loaded, no outs. Trojans up to the last licks in the top half of the 9th. Falcons looking to set them down to end the game. Joey Pledger hits out into center field. Verrett able to make the catch for the first out. Jonna luckily got saved right there as Pledger just got under that one. So 1 out now, and now third baseman Bartolom will step in, looking to keep the Trojans alive. As you see here on the replay, Pledger gets a fastball back, ladies once and again, gentlemen. but Joey just Pledger his fastball hits is out at into the center. knees. Hit that about 380.
That was great
As
estimation by you.
Bartolom hits that left side foul out of play. Sorry, Sawad.
I was trying to give you props, just great estimation, about 380.
Yeah, about 20 feet in front of the fence.
Oh yeah, the shadow's completely taken over the field now. There's just a sliver of light there in right field where Krebs is playing.
Swings and misses. That's actually Max Jenkins up at the plate, getting his third AB on the season. Appeared in just one game. Chana throws a breaking ball, swing and a miss for the second out. So Trojans down to their last AB as we have another pinch hitter, Jack Kelly. As Jordan Chana and the Falcons are on their way for their second win of the season. First pitch. Fastball at the letters for a ball.
Can't emphasize how much I love the presence of Jordan Chana on the mound. Like we said, how calm he is, how he's not letting anything get to him. Very memorable presence.
2-0 the count. Chana just trying to get comfortable on the mound to lead the Falcons on their way to victory. The 2-0. Fastball misses 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk worked by Kelly.
It's the 9th inning, 2 outs. Not the end of the world if you walk someone. Chana just trying to focus on this hitter now. Forget about the runner on first. Even if he wants to take second, let him. Just focus on getting this one last out.
So Healy looks to extend the game. Just one batter more as he takes a first pitch ball. Chana sets, delivers. 2-0. Denning's going to take a little stroll out there. Maybe give Chana a little bit of a break. Get him back in his zone.
Yeah, moving a little quickly, what Chana, usually does. So Denning trying to just slow down the momentum.
He's thrown 6 straight balls. The 4-pitch walk to Kelly, and now 2 straight to Healy. Just needs one more out.
It's always the last out that's the hardest. Besides the last 3, the
As
last
Healy
one.
Pops that up. Corral looks to be under it. And that'll do it. Falcons get their second win of the season against Skyline, making them 2-6. Getting their first win at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Now, Soad, Falcons put up 11 runs on the day, and as we were saying before the game, runs coming at a minimum for the Falcons. So what you see from them today?
Just great piece of hitting. I'm really impressed with Jorge Chenart, who is going to be the Best Buy player of the game. I'm just really impressed with him. 3 for 4, the first 2 hits that he got were triples, 5 RBIs. I'm really happy to see that the Falcons are connecting on all cylinders, and very, very impressed with Jordan Chana to close out the game, get the last 6 outs. Last out wasn't the easiest per se, but great to see him actually get it, and hopefully the Falcons can continue to do this throughout the season.
Yeah, Falcons looking to get their first winning streak on the season, maybe get things going after this 11-7 victory at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Chris Avagli along with my broadcast partner Soa Balazi here on the Solano College Sports Network, and we'll be right back with the Best Buy player of the game, Jorge Chenart.
Hi, I'm Dr. Celia Esposito Noy. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Jorge Chenart. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, yeah.
So your first 2 at-bats, you hit 2 triples. Were you thinking about hitting triples in your second at-bat?
I was just thinking, try to go gap to gap, stay, inside the ball, try to get good contact and everything,
On your second triple, when you were rounding second, were you thinking maybe I should go home?
Oh, yeah. That's all. Out the box, I'm always trying to go take every bag I can, So, yeah, I'm just glad I got those 2 triples,
So speed is definitely your kind of game. So as soon as you leave the box, you're always trying to head.
Yeah, I'm trying to think the next base every time.
Exactly. So how was it to get this first win against the Skyline Trojans at home with this crowd here?
It's great, we really been needing that. We really been needing to shake hands, and everything. So, yeah, I'm just glad we got our first one out the way and hope we get many more.
So what are you going to take from this game to the next game?
Same thing, just try to stay up the middle, go out there, compete every day.
And what was it from seeing John Yancey out there, a rookie pitcher, you freshman, coming out here and dealing?
Yeah, it's great. Like, he's been doing pretty good. He pitched the game for us, almost threw a perfect game, but, you know, it was blown. But, yeah, he's been throwing strikes, you know, getting the ball, hitting the spots, so that's good to see.
All right, thank you, Jorge. The Falcons beat the Trojans today, 11-7. I'll see you guys next time.
Shout out, Q.